Welcome. We are Grown A Geeks, and this is our Random Geek Chat. Tonight, we'll be talking about some Daredevil. Might get to covering the boys, and end up having some other random conversations as we are known to do. We thank you for joining us tonight. We ask, of course, that you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, bring a friend. I will put the link in the chat so anybody that is interested and wants to be a part of the conversation can click the link there. That'll bring you right in, and you can be on the show tonight. It is a live show, so I will say be prepared to be live. And if that doesn't work for you, just stay in the chat with us. That's fine. We appreciate it. Jeff has the magic square tonight. That QR code will take you to everywhere you can find us. And wait. That made me happy. So we got to announce. Couldn't do a show properly without her. What's going on, Miss Brandy?
Oh, I'm sorry I was late. When I tell you I've been having technical difficulties all day, I don't know. Some kind of electrical field around here or something.
You're not late. We just started. We just get in here, so there is no late. So joining me tonight on tonight's show, as you saw, we got Miss Brandy. She's going to be in the house. We got RG Cashmere. Go Knicks.
Too old, baby.
Miss Teresa. She is not Daredevil.
Hell
and
no.
of course, my man Jeffrey JPNT 17. And I am hashtag name dropping. I'm Elder Geek Sam. So that is all part of that nice spoiler talk. So let's get a spoiler bar across the bottom. I don't want anybody to be shocked, upset, or unaware. It's on one of these. There it is, the banners. Boom. We will put the spoiler banner up so everybody knows. If you hop in the show, yes, we are going to be talking about the season finale. We're going to be talking about the entire season of Daredevil. So now that the final episode has aired, we can talk about all of it, but a lot of stuff may come in specifically for me anyway. This last episode had some great parts. I actually got some of it spoiled for me. I was a little upset. You can find me on Threads. It's kind of getting into a conversation. I went back and deleted my stuff because it was like I can't really, it's my fault for having the internet. Like, like what was I thinking? Big show that's been very important. Everybody's been watching. I watched that episode today, and it was spoiled before I got to it. And it's just like, bro, this just came out. Why are you already have this whole video up, edited and everything? With the best, like the most spoilery thing you could put in there.
Right. It's not even 24 hours.
Right. Like it's just universal geekdom understands no spoilers. And for your whole page to be dedicated, and as I went through, like he probably got like 7-8 posts. Just I'm like, I guess however you get the attention, bro. Like whatever it takes for you to blow up, because there were people coming from him. Of course, I had to learn. I had to do better. I'm like, you know what? I am not going to give this post any more attention than it already has. So let me take my stuff off. I don't want nobody liking my comments and people coming back. Not going to do this. And we blocked him just in case, because he may post something in the future. He just seemed like that. And because I interacted, they're going to think I want to see his stuff. So I had to go on and block that and be done with it. Also got a chance to check out the newest episode of The Boys. We're not up to the season finale on that, but was not prepared for what I saw. And I was like, oh, this should be interesting how that goes down. But so we will talk about Daredevil first. What does everybody think of this season as a whole? What do we think of Daredevil Born Again? Season 2. I like that they had the actual writer for the series Daredevil Born Again. They had Brian Michael Bendis on as a consultant. So, they had the person who wrote the story available to consult and be a part. So I know that they got a lot of stuff very accurate. They were, true to a lot of the characters. And I'm not just going to sit here and act like I read all these Daredevil comics. Daredevil is a character I'm familiar with. Usually when he's, crossing over into other comics. I see him a lot of times, like in Spider-Man and Punisher. And those are comics that I did read, but I wasn't just, diehard Daredevil fan. And now, because of the show and the series, like I am genuinely interested in reading up a little bit more. Ben Affleck's movie was not the thing to convince me that I needed to be reading Daredevil comics. And so but this Netflix and when Netflix had it and now Disney Plus, like this series has done a very good job of keeping me very invested and interested in Daredevil, to the point where now I'm like, that boy really got hands, and I'm curious, how would some of these matchups go if Daredevil was to fight this person, if he was to fight that person. And so this series as a whole has been, the only thing I can say that I was probably let down by was I really thought the way they kept trying to present it, like we were going to get some Foggy, like Foggy was going to be back. But I think Foggy carried the emotional weight through the series, especially in this season, that he needed to, without him actually being there. So it almost kind of felt like he was there, and it's hard to like really tell how much time passed because the weight of Foggy's death was evident all the way through the finale. And so I think that is like some powerful storytelling, and it was a very good storytelling element. Those are my thoughts. All in all, I'd say this season an 8, solid 8.5 easily. What say you?
Well,
Teresa, I was go ahead. No, go. Perfect.
no, I'll just quickly say that I started watching it when it first came out. What is it? Daredevil Born Again. So last season I started with everybody else, but I stopped. I think it was the second episode when White Tiger got killed. That just pissed me off. Because I had to go back and rewatch all of Daredevil from, I mean, I didn't have to, but I wanted to, from Disney Plus or from Netflix. I watched that whole thing to catch up, and then Born Again started, and it's just like it was more violent and just more intense. And when I thought Frank Castle stepped out of the shadows and killed White Tiger, I was pissed off and I stopped. But what I've realized now, mostly because of this episode, it wasn't Frank Castle. It was not the Punisher who killed him. So now I have a little bit more faith, a little bit of faith restored in Frank Castle, even though he's still nuts and he's still the Punisher. He didn't kill White Tiger. So I do feel better about that. And I caught up whole first season, whole second season, and it's actually really good. I'm not one of those fight choreography people. I don't care about that. But it had good storylines, that kept me wanting to watch the shows when they dropped. So, but that, what's his name? Deadshot. I keep wanting to call him Target. Bullseye, yeah. Because I can see the thing, but all I can think of is Target. But him, I still can't stand him. He is, oh my goodness, him Matt Murdock with his not killing people. And this dude is just a
menace.
And I mean a psychopath. He has no conscience, no nothing. And Daredevil won't kill him. But anyway, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. And I like the approach that Matt took. He gave him he played an Eminem on him, confessing to everything so that he wouldn't have anything to diss song him about. So
yeah,
I enjoyed it overall. And I would give it about the same score as you, since they renewed my faith in the Punisher at the end.
Okay. I think that's a very, very good assessment there. And I can definitely see how it would be the reaction to White Tiger feels very appropriate. That was a little challenging at the time. And
Yeah,
so
because I mean the vigilantes are all they're doing is trying to clean up the streets for their, in their neighborhoods. And he wasn't a bad guy. And I think that's what made me so mad when I thought Punisher was killing them just because he hated the vigilantes, but the vigilantes really weren't that bad. But now I realize he didn't do that. It was those, the corrupt cops all the time. So that makes much more sense.
would definitely agree. Randy,
Oh, Lord.
no
Don't
thoughts
ask me
yet?
nothing.
Okay.
No,
Okay. And obviously,
That's
like
why
you
we're
know, I know
down here.
RG.
We're,
I
we're,
know
that's
RG.
why
we're down
we're
here
down
because
here.
we didn't watch the show. We'll just
No,
talk to
That's,
each other. We'll just
you
talk
listen.
to
haven't
each
watched
other.
it
You're
yet.
like,
You
so,
haven't watched it
Randy.
yet.
So
It's
while they're
cool.
talking about
I know.
that,
Wait. Am I turning the right way?
No.
So,
Yes, yeah. You got it. Okay. Just in case, I didn't know if maybe you had any thoughts you want to share at this point. RG, I will give you the same option or any thoughts you want to share at this time. In
I have
fact,
a
what was
thought.
it you
I have
told
a
me?
thought.
No, let's go
I
ahead.
have a thought. The Ben Affleck Daredevil takes a lot of flack, and it wasn't that terrible.
It was not that terrible. I didn't say it was a
It
bad
wasn't that
movie.
terrible. I'm just
I just
saying
said
there's been worse.
we have a show coming up, and on that show we will be
Exactly.
discussing movies that other people
I'm
hate
just saying
that we
Daredevil,
secretly
Madam
love.
Web.
And it's definitely no Madam Web.
God
Yeah.
I would
damn,
watch.
nothing's
I
a
would
Madam
watch.
Web.
I would watch Ben Affleck Daredevil again. I'll say that.
I'd
It's
watch.
probably not
I'd
like
watch
I'm
Catwoman
rushing
It
to
is
again.
watch.
not as good as the show. I'm not making that
No,
distinction.
and that was all. And that was all I was saying. That after I saw the movie, I was like, okay, that's in line with
I'm
what
just
I know about the
just
character.
teasing.
And
I liked what's the name is Kingpin in that. That's all I'm gonna say.
oh yeah,
But
Michael
he's
Clark
no
Duncan was
Vincent
amazing.
D'Onofrio. Like we're not at
And
all
truthfully,
comparing the two.
even the way they did the special effects of showing how he sees, phenomenal. I thought that was very good, and even compared to like
And Elektra,
Daredevil sees everything on fire, and his sonar vision is like a world on fire. It's like I get the metaphor, but like you can't really make out the stuff you make out if that's how you see. But okay,
Yeah.
but okay,
he just runs through life.
Yeah.
like he's literally the embodiment of the meme. No, this is fine. This is fine. Everything around him's on fire. He's just sitting there. This is fine. Jeff, I know you got some thoughts. Talk to me. Daredevil, Born Again.
Yeah, I think the way that I've approached Daredevil, I'm kind of just I mean, I know people are gonna get mad when we say that, but it's like this is Marvel's Batman to me. Just in terms of this is the character where he can be brutally violent and get out of a lot of different circumstances. Just we don't ask a lot of questions sometimes. It's like who built the Batcave? It's like how's
Right.
Matt Murdock is getting across New York City very fast, even for a superhuman acrobat. But it's all good. But I think the story of this season, it's like unfortunate how true to life it is. But I think the way that they handled it, even up until the end, they never sugarcoated it. And they basically put Matt in a position where he either had to come clean or the person he cared most about was going to go to jail / be killed. And I think really like even with his ex-girlfriend and the book that she's writing and her doing the psych evals and Kingpin employing her to kind of really like control the narrative around vigilantism, it kind of was one of those things where it was like, do the people have the intelligence to know the difference between a Punisher and a Daredevil and a Kingpin, all like in their own ways vigilantes with like second identities, but one is clearly doing something different than the other ones are doing. And I think his ability to be honest, his commitment to not sinking to Kingpin's level, I guess, or to Bullseye's level and just like murdering people. I think he developed that code, and it was a narrative device that I think helped create a lot of conflict between him and other characters. But when I think part of the conflict between him and other characters is that people were feeling like he put his crusade of doing his battle against Kingpin the right way ahead of other people, but wasn't willing to really sacrifice himself and all that. And I think in the end he proves that differently. I think the fight choreography was great. I think the tension, the different characters that we got were cool. I still don't buy BB like having a thing for Soprano Jr., but you know, Hollywood's got its agendas that they're pushing right now. Shout out to the biracial jihad that's currently happening. Uh,
You want an inclusion, damn it.
Biracial jihad is insanity.
I got that from Van Lathan.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
the
I
average
think
commercial these days.
I just think that the characters and the way that they weaved a very tangled knot. And by the end of this, it was like at certain points in the season, I was like, I don't know if y'all gonna be able to unravel this by the end of the season. And part of that to me is because as much as I like this, I love Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin. I love Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock. I would like to now see those characters interact with other people besides one another. Like we did it. Matt Murdock,
What's up, man?
I loved seeing him in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I love seeing him interact with the other defenders, and I liked seeing him in She-Hulk. It was a different take on the character because it was a different framework. Seeing him in the setting, even set in the comedy, but even Kingpin, I would like to see this Kingpin. I would have liked to see this Kingpin interact with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in some way, but I wouldn't be mad if I saw him interacting with the Thunderbolts or, whoever, wherever.
Would he
however.
be in the new Spider-Man as the
No.
mayor still?
Nah.
No. This is a different universe.
No, it's the same universe. It's just if you watch this season, that's not the conclusion of this season prevents that from happening.
Oh, y'all can talk about it.
Spoilers. You got the spoiler tag.
Oh.
We're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all can talk about it.
Kingpin die. Nah, I'm just playing.
Nah, he doesn't die.
Well, I
But
mean, he was the
No.
one asking if he makes it. So, I mean, we was trying to. No, it's not that bad.
I'd be like, damn.
So, yeah.
I mean,
I
we
bet
haven't really
that's
talked
gonna
about
look
this season
cool.
at all. All right, so the season starts off
To watch
on a
it.
boat. Daredevil's like
Yeah.
on some boat, and the people who basically the boat is smuggling weapons. Last season,
This is the season finale.
This is the
This
very
is the-
beginning of the
the
season. This is
season.
how it
I
starts
watched
off.
like the
Oh,
first
you watched that?
3 episodes, 2-3
Okay.
episodes. So I saw the first probably 2.5 episodes.
Right. So basically, the rest of the season is kind of just like Kingpin trying to assert himself against Shaggy, and then other characters trying to assert themselves within the ranks. So obviously, Soprano Jr. he's trying to rub up next to the. I don't know.
Calling him that, but he
I don't know
does.
none of
I know.
these. I don't know. none of
Okay,
these
so it's
people
Matthew
names.
Lillard's character,
Matthew
and in the
Lillard,
show, he was it Mr. Nelson?
Yeah.
Shaggy
So
works for me.
He's throwing his
That
weight
works for
around.
me.
Everybody's throwing their weight around, and then you get to see who really weigh the most. And Kingpin ends up basically losing it. it's like
What?
he literally loses it, and there's a trial, and because Karen is on trial, there's a big riot, and Karen is out there, and she gets caught while she's helping somebody who got like knocked upside the head by the task force, and so she's on trial, which means Matt Murdock comes out of hiding to be her lawyer,
Her lawyer,
and
right?
there's a very sexy
Charles.
interrogation scene between Karen and the psychiatrist's ex-girlfriend.
I wouldn't
I
call
mean,
it sexy.
She was
it
slapping
was.
it was to me. Well, she was slapping the hell out of Karen.
That I
The
was like,
psychiatrist
Sexy?
character.
Reese is
we've
like,
watched
I
her-
don't find.
Well,
yeah,
no,
it didn't do
that
it
was
for me,
not
but
very-
okay.
And I get that part, but the psychiatrist,
Violence
the
against
psychiatrist
women, huh?
character, the psychiatrist
Okay.
No,
character
women on
It was
women.
called
No,
Woman
women on
Guys,
women.
So that doesn't count.
No, women on women.
See,
It's
It's
See
like
what's
watching
going on
WWE.
here.
character.
It's like watching WWE.
okay.
So the recap you were giving,
Yeah, so basically, Murdoch ends up confessing in court that he's Daredevil.
Okay.
And because he's
Believe
Daredevil
him.
and he took a bullet for Kingpin, he inherently is not a criminal villain, or their vigilantes are not inherently criminals because you deem me a hero, but I'm Daredevil. But you said that Daredevil is the real person and Matt Murdock is the mask. So basically, the Kingpin set up that was supposed to be a slam dunk. He ends up losing. And
Reverse
then
Uno
everybody
card on
hits. Then everybody hit the streets. Bullseye tries to assassinate Kingpin, and he ended up shooting the little crazy dude Beck, I think
Buck.
is his name, Buck.
Buck.
Okay, so wait, how did him saying that, is it because Kingpin knew that he was
Kingpin
Daredevil?
knows.
Yeah, Kingpin knew.
Kingpin knows.
No, I know.
But-
I mean, I just
but-
mean like him saying that in court.
But Matt Murdock
They all turned on
confesses it.
Kingpin. Man, I just need to watch it.
Yeah,
I did see the
it'll
court
make
scene.
sense in context. I will say
Where-
that it absolutely makes sense in context. But ultimately, what ends up happening is in order to move forward in the case, they
Right,
have to
that's what I'm
show
saying. But
that in order to move forward with the case, they end up they put out a subpoena for Kingpin to testify.
right.
Once they get Kingpin on the stand, they're able to ask a series of questions in such a way that Kingpin would ultimately be incriminating himself by admitting certain things.
yeah.
Okay.
Because
And-
then they got him to basically admit that the boat with all the guns on it was being illegally shipped through his port, which is illegal and disqualifies him from being the mayor, essentially.
I see.
And
Okay.
and the guns that were on the boat, he ended up they were Shaggy's guns,
Mhm.
and Shaggy was like, "Where my guns at?" And Kingpin ends up giving them to the task force. So then that's a double felony because it's illegal to supply law enforcement with illegal guns to do
With hot
illegal
guns,
work
right.
so, and he was in a courtroom, so he basically was in and they was trying to offer him deals, and he was like, "I'm not taking any of these deals. You're not going to take New York from me." And the people show up at the courthouse, and they go in and try to get him, and Kingpin go to work. I mean, it was a double hallway scene. Jessica Jones and
Yeah.
Daredevil in one, and Little White Tiger in one hallway.
Yeah.
White
And
Tigress.
Kingpin in the other.
Wow.
And they was going crazy. And eventually, them people was finna rip Kingpin apart. They had him down.
Yeah,
But
finally, after he
Daredevil
killed
was
about
like, no.
a good dozen
Listen,
citizens.
he
But
is
Daredevil stopped him. And Kingpin took
Again.
the deal. And so he ends the show up on some beach, just by himself. No Vanessa, no New York, no nothing.
Kingpin. Oh,
Yeah. And Daredevil ends the show in jail because of all of Daredevil's crimes.
What? Regular jail or like Marvel superhero jail?
No, regular jail.
regular jail.
In there with he in there with the task force too.
Yeah, because he would have been on some everyday stuff, like Daredevil is street stuff.
But he is an
Oh, yeah.
enhanced
It's-
person, right? I mean, he's
No.
considered enhanced.
Nope.
I mean,
Technically,
technically,
he is human. Physically, he's regular. The only thing that
Yeah.
makes him enhanced is the fact that he's blind, but he hears very well, so that gives him that hyper agility. But it's still only going to be at like athletic human levels. You know what I'm saying? He
He's just
doesn't
peak.
have
He's just peak human.
actually not even, and that's the
Not
funny
even
thing. He's
that.
not even.
Not even
even
not
peak.
peak human. Wow.
Like Captain
Like,
America is peak
could
human.
could he beat Spider-Man?
No, hell no.
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 Right. I don't think he. Right. I
Not
don't
if
think
Spider-Man was
he's peak.
actually trying to fight him. No.
Yeah.
And no, Captain America is definitely beyond peak human. Like Captain America held back a helicopter.
Like Captain America would be
So-
considered enhanced.
Right.
He's
Yeah,
the one that you would have to
he's
put in
got
a supermax.
Super soldier
I thought they
suit.
gave you.
Right.
I thought. Okay, so this is just Daredevil, just a nigga in
I
a
was
suit.
talking about the black Captain America, just for the
Oh.
record.
No.
My bad.
Well, in
My
that
bad.
case,
See where y'all
Yes,
minds
and-
went, brothers. Where's my kufi at?
And Captain America. Well, as we
Yeah.
were,
you gotta vibrate.
only because the
I
comment
say
of being
Captain
He's
America, y'all
Falcon.
think of a white man.
He is Falcon.
Step into the new millennium.
What your
brother.
mama named you?
we were having a
What's
conversation.
your
about
mama
it.
name? His mama named him Falcon, so I'm calling him Falcon.
I just saw a video about him, and he was talking. He was talking about Betty White. He was like, "Oh, it was a thing he was doing with somebody for some show," and the guy, he was like, "What's my favorite sitcom?" And he was like, "Golden Girls," and he's like, "Oh, I met Golden Girls," and
Yeah.
Betty White came on to me and said, "Well, if it would have been 40 years later," and he was like, and she was right, and he made it.
Oh boy.
And I'm like,
He paid the
I cannot watch anything he is in because he makes damn face.
Apparently, he
Motherfucker sucking on the
has-
Werther's original.
Like, I want to see this new
I'm
movie
trying,
he's in.
I'm
that,
trying to
like, is
support.
apparently
I
the
am.
biggest.
I'm trying. He had a whole movie come out. Nobody cared. I didn't
You're
even
gonna
know
have to
about
Nobody
it.
get on
knew.
streaming.
Wow.
I didn't know about the
I'm
movie.
trying to support that man with that face.
Because I am sure they have freed up that theater by now.
Wait, he has a movie out?
He
Yeah.
It's
had
a
a
whole
movie out.
epic movie.
Some Saudi
like,
Arabia or something.
yes, like Lawrence of Arabia.
No,
I
it's
never
called
even
it's
knew.
called Desert Warrior,
What?
and it
It had a
opened in theaters on April
$150
24th.
budget.
Did you
It
say
opened-
$100 million budget?
150.
Seriously,
Holy
and I
shit.
never saw a commercial.
Right. I
Right.
have no idea about this movie at all.
It was
I'm-
only on 1,000 screens in North America.
That's a money
With a $150 million budget.
What,
$487,000
Money
Why is there
laundering.
some
earned so
preview
far.
to
Yeah,
this?
yeah. There we go.
Yeah,
I
that was
agree.
straight money laundering.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
it is.
All right, Ant.
And to me, that's crazy. Like $488,000 made over 1,000 theaters. Something about this movie is really off. And I'm gonna have to say, I think, yeah, maybe some money laundering or something, because there's no way you got $150 million movie production
right.
budget
And no market.
nothing in advertisement.
Right.
And nothing in advertisement. Because,
Huh.
like, you know what? Let me see if there's even a trailer for it. Let me see
If
I
there
can find
is,
it.
y'all know I be on trailers. I'll watch a trailer for anything. I just watched the trailer for the new Evil Dead movie. I don't even like them movies.
Yeah,
There's-
So I
There's a
know I
trailer.
would have watched that trailer.
Because I saw
Yeah,
it
I've never
before
seen it.
another movie, but that was like the only advertisement for it I saw.
You mean like in the theater? You saw it like the
Yeah,
preview
in the
to in the
theater,
theater. Okay. Wow.
I promise. I was scrolling the other day and there was a post. You was on the post. It might have been because you were on the post, Teresa, that I saw it even. So I was like, what the fuck is this?
Poor Ant. Well, you got to check.
That's
You know,
wild, right?
My
Like
man
it looks
gotta
like
check.
the mummy size budget of this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Holy
it looked.
shit.
It didn't look bad, but I mean, like, tell me about the movie, and I might go see it.
Wow.
I promise I didn't know there was a
You about to
trailer.
get this Saudi Arabia about to get you.
Listen.
This thing's right.
What is happening?
It looks like Hannibal. Is this Hannibal?
I have no idea. Like, obviously, there's no audio, so I don't know what's being said.
That's fine.
But
we shouldn't need audio.
Yeah, like
But doesn't this look epic?
It does.
I promise this the first. And that is that Christian Bale?
And that was Ben Kingsley. I thought I remembered Ben Kingsley.
This don't make no sense. This is my
There
first
he
time
is.
seeing
Now
this
there's
trailer.
Ben Kingsley right there.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, that's the dude from the Alien movie, right? The where he turns into an alien, where they were all living in Africa.
Oh, District 9?
That's it, District 9. Is that not him?
I don't know. It's been a while since I saw
I'll
that.
pull
I
cast
wish
up
they
in a
would do a
moment.
sequel.
Why is he the only black
they
person?
set it up. You said what?
With no sound, it just because with no sound, it just looked like he keep looking around like, can they tell I'm a nigga?
Confused.
If you're not, all right.
I don't know if that was an issue back then.
It's been an
Look
issue.
at this. It looks exciting. There's
It's still
more
Kemet,
and set pieces.
right? Wow,
And
they
it-
got hyenas. This is
But it's like nobody else there is black. So like,
True.
why are you there?
Was that a fantasy element I just saw? Was that like an ogre that just ran out?
I don't know I have no idea.
no.
I have no
Desert
idea.
warrior.
I just was like,
It's like Sasuke in the Middle East.
Yes. So Sharpay Copley, that is the guy from District 9.
there you go.
Good Lord, how did you pick him out?
I saw the
Literally.
names at the
I
end.
sold them weed before, and I'm just playing. But
I need a sequel to that. They're wrong for that. I haven't seen
It
that in a
looks
long
like
time.
We
but
went
that
to a
was
live
good.
webcam in Thuringen, where it is 10 degrees Celsius. We're
Ready?
looking at a bird's nest. So yeah, close that out. Free up some resources on the computer. I figured out what it
Anyway.
was when it was skipping. Yeah.
I
So,
find it hard to
Anthony
watch
Mackie,
Anthony
that's
Mackie
a thing.
movies because I know in the middle of that movie, while that man is on the horse, he looks at the camera and make that face.
It didn't look like it did not look like he would have much opportunity to smile.
And then that with that scraggly beard, you probably wouldn't even be able to notice it.
Motherfucker had that turban up there. He said,
wait, Jessica
I
Jones
Daredevil.
loses her powers?
Well, not loses, but they fluctuate.
It's got her
There is-
back.
Really?
Now, why you messing?
Spoiler,
it's-
we told them they could
but-
do it.
no, because it's
Sam
because
gave them permission.
she had a kid, and so I think it's one of them things that like when she had a
okay.
kid,
The
it's
baby
like, it
taking
goes
biology
some
back and
switched
energy,
forth.
up.
right?
She like share her powers with the kid or something.
Yes, that
There's
probably
probably
makes
going to
sense.
be some connection there. I mean, because again, like if we end up having, so
Oh, so at the
Luke
very,
Cage's-
very end,
Luke Cage's
Cage
daughter,
returns.
he does.
There we
Okay.
go. All right. Disney
and-
made
Oh,
them
boy.
get some
Daughter
money
grows
from
up
it.
to be a
And when
superhero
Jessica
also.
Jones shows up, she's like in the suburbs somewhere, living in like some fancy house. But at the end, and like after talking to Matt, she's kind of like, yeah, like I got to get back into it because
Is the
it's
baby
getting too
beige?
crazy.
Yes.
It is Luke.
The biracial
Yeah.
jihad. Yes.
Oh,
Luke's.
okay. Well,
He
I
comes
don't
in-
know who she's
Okay,
been around.
listen.
No, he comes in
Okay.
the door and she's like,
So
Daddy.
we don't get to see the relationship.
See,
We
that's
just
my issue.
know that
That's
they're
my
together.
issue. That's my issue.
You,
It
Well,
was
wait,
a
so
The
that-
one thing
They
I
it's
tried-
asked
definitely
them to do,
implied. It's
the
definitely
one
implied.
thing
But
I
no, they
asked them
don't.
to do, give me a love story between Luke Cage. Show me these people falling in love so I know they're in love. Don't just be like,
they together.
Is it implied or
well,
they
you
show
know
it?
what? I'm not
So
going
what
to
happens-
complain. I gave my
so what
just
I
happens-
feel like it's implied. I feel like it's
And it's
implied
better
because
writing,
they do
so
show
I'm
they do
not
show
gonna
a moment
complain.
where, well, no, because our
At least they
government
know
guy,
each other
Mr.
in this
Charles.
one.
hold on. So there is a scene where Jessica Jones is talking to Mr. Charles, and she's inquiring about Luke Cage. That indicates that Mr. Charles, who is our CIA operative guy, like he knows something. He has this information, and Jessica wants
Luke
to
is
know this
working
information.
for
So
him.
she is right.
Oh,
So she is genuinely inquiring, where is Luke? Tell me about Luke. And you can see in her face that like she's concerned because Mr. Charles is actually holding that over her to like get what he wants from her, so to speak. And that's the only thing keeping her at bay and from popping his little brain and whatnot. And then later on, when you do get to see Luke Cage come back, he's it's that whole like he's standing in the doorway bit, door opens, and of course Danny gets up and she runs over, Daddy, and so it's like and he hugs and then they stand
So
there and so she looks, they have that little conversation. There is a hug and embrace, and then but it's not like this love story like you're asking. I will say that it's not the
well, no,
picture
it's a cameo. So
at least they know each other. At least it's established that there's some sort of a relationship that doesn't involve trying to put each other through a wall. Maybe they've had a conversation or two. I can buy that.
She seems genuinely happy.
My whole thing
to see him
is if y'all are going to make them a couple, if we're going to have that line, then make them a damn couple and stop whatever it is that they've been doing this whole time. So if they are established that there is a relationship, there is a child, there is concern of some sort. I just want to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need the wedding photo album, although I'm just saying.
There could have been some pictures around the building, around the house and stuff like that. I agree with you as far as like better establishing. And it almost feels like even presenting the daughter, that feels like an Easter egg as opposed to something more transparently genuine. You know what I'm saying?
As long as they gave Kristen stuff to do.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
not just look sullen and dirty all the time.
Well, I think the way that they even introduced her was on some like
I'm good.
You didn't even see her at first. It was like the little girl's in the house playing, so you don't know who she is, and then some operatives are trying to break into the house, and you just hear people getting beat up off screen. Then you see her boots, and it's like, okay, here comes some boots and some dirty jeans. We know who that is. And then the little girl's like, "Mommy, blah blah blah," and it's like, okay, cool. Jessica Jones has a daughter. That's how they play it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's if you know, and clearly this little girl is biracial.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So she's biracial.
And they did. She did say.
It's so sad when I make that reference and people don't get it.
So
like
yeah,
when you be in a room and you be like, she's Danielle. A biracial, and everybody look like, oh.
Oh, I'll turn the YouTube on the TV right then and there and make everybody watch the video. You're not gonna not know.
I don't know.
You're not gonna not know.
Right. Gotcha.
Not around me. You're not.
My people.
She is clearly Bajan.
That's my jam.
She's clearly a beige child.
So she comes back and she gets involved in the story. My only issue with the reunion is kind of the same thing that like what Brandy's saying. I feel like they went for this sentimental reunion, but it's like last time we saw Luke, he was with
thank you.
Oh, he was king of yeah. And he was king of New York.
Like, and y'all wasn't together. So whatever has happened between, we get it. Y'all people make up the breakup. That's all we do. I get it. But you haven't shown us none of that. All we know is they have a daughter. That could just be a
I feel cheated. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So hopefully they'll show us more.
I feel cheated that I didn't get Tony and Pepper's wedding. I feel a way about that. I should have got that scene in my life.
I will say that I think that her being back at Alias Investigations at the very end means that they're going to be doing more work together. So they're clearly setting up that they at least are going to be some sort of unit and working together moving forward, because basically Bullseye takes his place as Shaggy's body man or whoever, whatever he was doing overseas. Bullseye takes that place.
Do
So,
I feel like if Matthew Lillard can be Shaggy, then Bullseye can be Target.
I'm with it.
If
I
you say
would know who
Target,
you're
I'll
talking
know who
about.
you're talking
I'm
about.
100% behind that.
Yeah, I'm
Target.
good.
No,
Don't
my
worry.
thing is maybe this will also give Mike Coulter a chance to be more, instead of just being stoic, and maybe this is going to give him a chance to show that he can do the things. I'm trying to be,
I
well,
like
he's
him.
got a
I
daughter.
like him.
He's got
I
to be
like him
concerned about his
as
daughter.
Luke
Like, that's
Cage.
emotion. He's got
Right.
to emote.
I like
You
him
know?
as an actor. He was very good in that other series he was in where he's like a priest and all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
what was that? What's
So
that? Hell?
Evil.
What was
Evil.
that called?
Evil,
From
yeah.
Hell?
Evil.
Oh, Evil.
Evil. Thank
He
you.
was good in Evil.
He just
so
be over enunciating, man. That shit annoying.
yes, he does. He did, and it is, and I agree. I'm not because you made me pay attention to that shit. But
I'm not going to let you destroy the community. Sweet Christmas.
you know something, and I believe
yeah.
him.
Would you like to come
That
back to
part.
my place for some coffee?
For some
I
coffee.
believe him.
I have. a
Don't
lot
let
of
them
coffee
destroy your
all
community,
over the
black man.
neighborhood.
Don't let your community. Don't let them do it. I'm just saying, I can do a good. I'll take a show with him and Jessica, both as the
Right.
primary. If you're gonna, right, if the instead of just a
Right,
sole
do
Luke
that
Cage
show.
show or a new,
That would be a
Jessica
dope show.
Jones, like,
Do that
I don't need
show.
a season 3
Alias
of those
Investigations.
shows.
I would watch it.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
a mini,
take
a little mini one-off. Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
watch it.
Alias Investigations.
I say
That
give
would be
them
that would be a
heroes for
great show.
hire. I say, you've already rewriting the Marvel universe. Give them heroes for hire. Like if that's the case,
Have
you know
Jessica
what I'm
take the
saying?
place of Danny Rand.
See, y'all
Yeah.
trying to replace white men. This is how we got here before.
That's how we got here in the first place.
Right, but don't announce it. All we gotta do is don't talk about it in the interviews.
Man,
Don't
they gonna get
mention
the
it.
See,
in
truthfully, that's how
torches.
you get Iron Fist to come in and do cameos. That way you don't have to do a whole season.
We don't
of
want
Iron
that.
Fist.
We don't want that. Yeah.
Be fair, even Caucasians was tired of him.
Yeah.
We give him-
Al, I'm gonna pop your
Yeah, but
comment
they
up
ain't
now
say-
because I think that works out.
anybody.
Now he posted that comment earlier, but it worked out perfectly, so I'm gonna pop it up right there.
Just
I felt
saying.
like that might have
I
been a
don't
typo.
know anybody who was like, yes.
That dude was
there
a
was
great.
somebody, but
I had a
You
homie
got Iron
try
Fist.
to.
Nobody was
I
claiming
didn't
Iron
know that.
Fist.
I had a homie try
The
to
white
defend
delegation would
Danny
like to change
Rand.
Iron Fist out for
like real
Mr.
life
Jones.
try to defend him.
Yes,
Like he was
yeah,
dead
like-
ass.
He just. I don't know how willing he was ready to like fight for this dude, but he was like, I don't. He kind of pulled like the, I don't know. I kind of like him, and that was the extent of it because he
Hell
really
no.
couldn't defend.
I'll
why
say
he
this.
liked
It's
him.
not even necessarily him. I don't know. Maybe it was the writing. I told y'all that I was like, listen, I cannot do this for another 8. I can't.
It's
I
that
can't.
you're playing a
and the-
character that's known for fighting. Your
Is
whole
that-
shit is you're a kung fu master coming back
Right.
from kung fu. It's the reason why David Carradine is fucking still corny. Like, this is what you're supposed to be doing, and you
Right.
don't do it on a level that we know it should be done. We've had Shang-Chi, we've had Black Widow, we've had tons of good fighters. You don't
Right.
look like a fighter.
hell. We had the
So-
girl in Iron Fist,
Yeah.
Colleen
Right,
Wing.
thank you.
Colleen Wing.
I was just about
Right.
to say, which I wouldn't mind. Come on, like we
Now that would be a good team. Misty Knight and Colleen Wing.
Misty, right? Like
I am definitely.
I'm not mad about that.
I am
I'm
definitely
so glad I
looking
didn't
for
mess that up
Mystic
and say
Knight
Misty
show.
Knight.
I would
That was locked
I
in. on that.
I would love a Misty Knight show. Sorry.
I would not be
Yes,
mad about
I
that.
would like a Misty Knight show.
I mean,
Noted.
I think I would like to see an
Good
anthology series or like a series of just almost how they do in that Punisher one shot. Some of these things can just be like one shots where we just tell a like nice 1.5 to 2 hour story with these characters, get in, get out, almost like a Wonder Man, but instead of it being a show, it's a movie.
It's like a real good
And-
movie,
Yeah.
little mini.
Right.
Made for TV movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man, we
since it's all
missing that.
streaming, Boom.
We missing that, and Marvel has so many characters that are on that level where it might not require. Because even with like a Daredevil, right? Some of the CGI in the first season, I feel like they just went way more raw this time, and it felt like anybody moving crazy, they was on a string, but I didn't feel like it was no computer people.
Okay,
Like
gotcha.
Mm.
Yeah.
so, like when it was on them rooftops, I was like, these shadows are not moving
Not matching.
smoothly. So
Hmm.
I'm curious as to see how the success of this and the success of Wonder Man and the success seemingly of the trajectory that their television programs are moving into is going to impact the way that they distribute their characters. Because before there was a lot of beef between like Agents of Shield and the MCU because Agents of Shield was just like y'all treat us like we're not part of the universe at all, and then they started going off and doing some stuff. At first, it was like what was happening in Agents of Shield was directly tied to the movies, and then Agents of Shield started feeling like a testing ground for shit that they may put in the MCU and may not. And
Mm.
What
Chloe,
with
I know Chloe
Gravitron?
Bennett
The
with
whole
the
Gravitron thing?
LMDs, with the
Mm.
with the Terrigen Mist,
Uh-huh.
and the whole Kree Inhumans
But that's
saga
because
that they
I think
did.
what fucked up is Inhumans just went to the shitter. Like there was no success off the Inhumans. I don't blame that on the Agents of Shield as much as Inhumans just didn't get the reception they wanted.
Well,
Because
because they
Inhumans
didn't, but
was
they didn't give it
terrible
the
from the
same
very
budget.
beginning.
They made it. They made like Agents of Shield works because you don't need crazy CGI. It's a spy show.
Right.
In
Right.
humans, you need crazy CGI. Like you have a
Same for a
They're
TV
character whose
aliens.
show.
hair, and you did it on a TV budget. It was
Right.
supposed to be a movie,
Yeah.
and it kept getting downgraded and downgraded. And really, I think they were just kicking the can down the road because it was like, we about to buy Fox, and we about to get X-Men. We was really just pumping Inhumans because
Right, because we didn't have
We
mutants.
couldn't
right,
do
and
X-Men.
they were trying to
Right.
bring synergy between like cartoons and comics and movies and TV. And so we can't have comics where mutants are our most popular characters, but then in the movies we can't use them. So then even in the comics they
Right.
started killing off a lot of mutants, and a lot of Inhuman characters like a Kamala Khan started getting. And now it's like, well, now Kamala's a mutant because they like her and they're not gonna get rid of her. Nobody's gonna miss Black Bolt. Nobody's missing Medusa. Nobody missing none of them. But
You
I
see,
think we
Black
would
Bolt was the
miss.
first one they killed off
Yeah, I think we would miss. We would
with a
miss
single
Kamala Khan though, if she wasn't like
single
in it over
word.
Yeah.
And that was such a lackluster death. Clearly, they didn't care about him. In
It's a
this show,
character
like,
that makes
so-
more sense on a comic book page than it does in real life.
Very
Like,
true.
motherfucker who don't talk. Okay,
Right.
Right. They don't put him in enough dramatic situations, and the dude playing him just doesn't have the gravitas to like command that level of can you carry a scene alone based off music and environment and just the whole ambiance of the scene. Can you do that? And he just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? He's just not that guy. Like,
But here's the funny thing. Even in that moment, one of his major powers, of course, is his ability that scream. Like he can say, like if he whispers a word, destruction follows.
Right.
That's an amazing power, that quasi sonic scream or whatever. But he himself is already like, he has super strength. He has matter manipulation. He can generate force fields. He's highly resistant to telepathic attacks. And he already doesn't talk because he can't. He has a sign language because if he speaks, the fact that he's talking, destruction, just because he's talking. So taking away his mouth would not have defeated him. Like, if he couldn't speak, he wouldn't have immediately been like, let me use my power. That is like, and that's
It's a loophole for you. So it's a
Ooh,
plot hole for you, big plot hole.
ooh, that's a moment. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like when Jeff was saying, they really had no plans with Inhumans. Like they really
Well, I'm
didn't
talking
care.
about
And
the
I
show. I'm talking about the show, like the show itself. So to me, as someone who
even
actually
there,
I enjoyed Agents of Shield. I enjoyed the idea of Inhumans, and because I
the
enjoy the
characters
comics,
themselves,
you know what I'm saying. But they did him dirty because the dude playing them just isn't good enough. Like Jeff said, you're doing something that requires a lot of CGI. It needs a big budget, and you're not putting them in enough serious situations to where we can take what they're going through seriously. You
Well, the other
understand? And
problem,
then
the
the
other
actress
problem,
wasn't also just not good enough to me. Like, just she was good, but just I don't know. They
I think Inhumans is also hard because it's like, so with X-Men, right? X-Men are people who have lived in our world, in our society, and now they're outcasts. People understand that.
right,
Inhumans is like a whole new culture, a whole new system, a whole new everything that we ain't never seen before or heard of before if you're just like a casual person. So you coming in and trying to tell me how important Inhumans are. I think the way that they handled Inhumans and Agents of Shield was great, but
right,
they didn't weave. Why are you not weaving the Inhumans TV show story more into that and helping us understand? Because on Agents of Shield, it was like they were just living off in something that felt like a cult. But like I know
right,
the humans, they live in Atlantis, and that's some
right.
whole
You
other
in a whole
city
other
that's
right.
somewhere else. I This shit not connecting, and
But
it's
like
not making
you
sense.
said, excuse me, with Inhumans, with it being that, different world and the different, I gotta sneeze, the whole
I hate
different thing
that.
that we've never seen before, it needed that bigger budget that
Mm-hmm.
it didn't get. Um, Inhumans and The Gifted came out the same season, and The Gifted was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I don't know how
yes.
Inhumans made it off the storyboards. It was
Mm.
terrible.
It was. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if a bigger budget could have saved that.
I mean, I think if they had tried to make it a movie, then it could have made sense because they could have really just focused on trying to like
Maybe.
tell a single solitary story. And but I think too, once you started connecting it all to the what was happening in Agents of Shield, you were just telling us a lot of inhuman shit that we was just like, all right, bruh, like we get it.
Right,
But then like I said, once the Fox sale happened, I feel like that's what happened. Like Inhumans got down. It was supposed to be a movie, and then it got
right.
downgraded and downgraded again and downgraded again. And so once they made the decision that they were gonna go back to X-Men eventually, there's like we don't really need to
Yeah,
be
true.
amplifying this
It was a
Inhumans thing because
throwaway.
there's a whole Inhumans like they're like I'm actually watching Avengers Assemble right now to see if it's cool for my 8-year-old to start watching this summer. There's so much Inhuman stuff in there that I know for a fact had they own the rights to produce X-Men stuff, all of that Inhuman shit would have been mutant shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
there might have
Yeah.
been one or two Inhuman episodes just to be like, hey, we throwing it in because they would always do something like that here or there. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when we was growing up, or when I was growing up, and the Spider-Man show came on, and he did his crossovers, X-Men was there, Iron Man was there, all the big dogs was there because they had the rights to do it. But once the rights got split up so much, it was just like, let's try to make Inhuman stick, and this shit ain't stick. So, but I think street level is where I'm fascinated. I want to know who they're gonna keep bringing in. I want to know more villains. The psychiatrist lady put on the crazy man mask at the end, so she going through it.
That
Who are
follow
the
that
other
made perfect sense to me because she
Michael
was off the
Myers.
deep end.
who are the other like people they could bring in? You mean like villains or like other
Yeah,
heroes?
Daredevil has like a super crazy rogues gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot
I
of
don't know
his
anything
gallery,
about him.
overlaps with Spider-Man because they're in New York. So he, fights a lot of, some of the street level guys, but um I mean Bullseye is a big one. But he fights, he'll fight Electro. The Hand is a big one. They need to figure out a way to bring that back. They really
Yeah.
wasted that on Iron Fist. I think with the
Yeah.
Hand, I think the Hand is gonna be in the Spider-Man movie.
Mhm.
So I feel like he gonna be in the Spider-Man movie. They got to get him out of jail or
Iron
something.
Fist. Iron
I
Fist, you
think
said?
now
Not somebody
I'm with you
Daredevil.
there. I think Daredevil is the character. When we see the armored, like the video footage that they've shown pictures of, like Spider-Man now filming and whatnot, we see him on top of the like APC. And then, of course, they made that speculation in the one image where he's like jumping out at the people he's fighting. That bottom scene would be the perfect spot to have Daredevil jumping out as well. And in New York, the crossover, and I think that would be the right time. It will be interesting though, because of course, Peter will know who Matt Murdock is, but Matt Murdock won't know who Peter is. He won't know that he's Spider-Man,
Mm,
and
Yes, he
you
does.
know,
Mm-mm.
He knows he's
mm-mm.
nobody
Spider-Man.
Not anymore.
nobody
Nobody
Oh,
knows
remembers
that's
him anymore.
Spider-Man.
right, duh.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers Spider-Man. So of
Yeah,
course it's like
that's why he
In
was
the
sitting on that
same
washing
movie.
machine
I'm
all
so
sad.
dumb.
He ain't got nobody.
you see, so it's like that
Yeah,
Oh,
make
that's
friends all
part
over.
of it
terrible.
that
Okay, so the Peter would know Matt Murdock is Daredevil because everybody knows that, of course. But
right.
Matt Murdock
And
wouldn't
see,
know Peter is Spider-Man because nobody knows that.
nobody knows
Right.
that.
Is there ever a point where they find out, like he finds out
No, we don't know.
Peter is Spider-Man?
This is their
No, I
universe.
think
And
this is
How the
this is
movies.
what I'm thinking is going to happen
Yeah.
in the next Spider-Man movie.
What?
And it would like Peter will know that feeling of like your secret getting out and how it upsets and changes your life, and he'll be able to sympathize for the plight that he's going through. He also knows the kind of trouble that brings down once your secret identity is out. And I do want to talk about that I am Daredevil moment, because it didn't quite hold up. You're following Iron Man, like who did it better? I think it was just had more impact when it was done. It's unfair comparison, but
Can't keep
Um,
recycling it.
I fuck with how he did that shit.
Yeah.
He killed because first of all, he has a higher threshold to climb because it's like when Tony Stark says I'm Iron Man, it's like okay, that makes sense. You're a billionaire, defense contractor. Yeah, you saying that you built the iron like war suit makes a ton of sense. A blind lawyer who came limping in this motherfucker, you try to tell me you the man in the suit that's been flipping off buildings and beating people up and going toe to toe with the kingpin? Because now as a kingpin, you look even more soft. Because it's like
Right,
everybody know you're obsessed with Daredevil, and you telling me
right.
Daredevil is this little blind lawyer man
Who been in your
that got you
face,
going
playing in your
crazy?
face the whole time?
And you came in here and you knew he was Daredevil, and he saved your
Right.
life, and you still cutting the fool. Like it was such a strategic move, and the climax of it, the acting. I mean, the courtroom scenes in this show are riveting for me as riveting as the fight scenes. I mean,
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
so many objections and will it be sustained, will it be overturned? I mean, I'm in the thick of it on that part, and then
Yeah.
after we get to that, let's get to throwing hands.
right.
Let them fight.
I
That was
definitely
that
agree that the
Kingpin
court
fight.
scenes as a whole, like
I mean, I feel
Matt
like
Murdock
people
really
would
is a
think that
really good
unless they
lawyer.
seen Daredevil being Daredevil. Like if
No.
they saw Daredevil being Daredevil, then they would be like, yeah, nah, don't let that blind limp fool you. Like,
Well, no, but what I'm saying is they've only seen Daredevil in the suit. When he says I'm Daredevil, he's Matt Murdock in the courtroom
He's
doing the
in the
cross
courtroom.
examination.
Right.
So he's in his
It's not
regular
like he was
clothes
in the
telling
suit
you
with
he's
the
Daredevil.
helmet
Isn't it
on.
something that Daredevil he
No,
tells
I'm
he
saying
tells
he
Kingpin
told
that
them he was Daredevil, and you're like, well, people gonna look at Kingpin like you soft, you dare, like you can't even beat this dude. But I'm like, the
Oh yeah,
people who've
yeah.
seen Daredevil in action though,
It's
right.
like,
they
oh well.
understand Daredevil ain't like the soft dude in the courtroom. You know what I
And you know
mean?
what? It
Yeah.
may have even given Kingpin a little bit more validation because it's like, yeah, he might be the blind lawyer, but if he Daredevil, like I get why you was feeling even worse about it. Because why is the blind lawyer kicking your ass like that? I would be upset too. I see what you're saying, Brandon.
And
Yeah.
it made the task force look soft too.
Oh,
Because
I
like
mean,
how
you see
many?
the one dude from the task force. I really don't
No,
like
because
that
they was wrong for that.
No.
Because
particular
the way he
officer.
whooped
That
their ass
one
in the first
officer
season, I would have
is
left his ass alone. I'm
Power.
not a
I just be
henchman.
triggered
I'm
every
not
time I
built
see
like
Power
that.
face. He
But
got that.
If I
they do
see
live
that
in
was
a
good
world that
casting.
they live in a
Yeah.
world where a regular
He looks just
motherfucker
like
who you
somebody
don't
I
know
know.
is strong.
So I'm very
Whooping
triggered
your
by his
ass is possible.
Listen,
Like, that's the universe they live in. A regular nigga
them cops,
might beat your
I
ass,
was like,
and they really regular.
if I seen 5 of my friends go into a room with one Negro, and the only motherfucker walk out that room is one Negro, I'm leaving that man alone. And they got guns in this.
It's movie
You walk
logic.
out of that
It's
room,
movie logic. It's
whatever
just
you
movie
got going
logic.
on, you need to continue about your way, sir. I am the cop in John Wick. I'd let you get back to it. And I am not a henchman. I don't
You
But
work
you
for
I
gotta
can
Geek?
pull
understand being a
Yeah.
you
corrupt.
gotta pull
Yeah,
one of
I'll
those
be
like the
corrupt.
dude said,
I'll be
look,
corrupt
I
in
just
Hell's
work
Kitchen.
here.
I'm gonna
I
be
just
corrupt
work
over
here.
here in Brooklyn. I'm not fooling with that
Right.
man. Every time we tangle with him,
I'd be like
I've
the
seen-
security guard in John Wick. He comes up behind. You know what? You have a good night. Take a little earpiece off and walk
There you
on
go.
home.
thank you, sir. You have a successful hunt. I'm out.
I think the other reason this one was better because he had to prove it. Because he was like, I'm Daredevil, and everybody's like,
Right.
what?
This dude.
And then
you
motherfucker
talking
threw
about
that
he
cane,
Well,
Daredevil.
bounced it off 4 walls and caught it. And everybody's like,
It's like,
Oh,
And
you
it's-
oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
all right,
Daredevil.
yeah, this
He
nigga
that
is
dude.
Daredevil.
He that
All right.
dude. Yes, he is absolutely that dude. Okay.
Like he'll
And-
catch the rock, like when he caught the rock, like that.
Yeah, it was just like
Okay.
that. And that's why I say Matt Murdock is a very good lawyer. But even in just like Jeff was saying, even when he was just doing his lawyer thing, the way he was flipping those questions and like he walked in and threw an objection up and immediately like derailed the whole council. Like they was like,
Yeah.
They do good courtroom scenes on
really
this
do.
show. Like really, like you kind of surprisingly they've done. So did Karen get off then?
yeah.
Mhm.
They had
And
to
Kingpin is now in prison.
Case dismissed
Yeah,
with
no,
prejudice.
Kingpin
No,
is-
he's on the island.
he's
Kingpin
exiled.
is on the island. He took the
Exiled.
deal.
he's exiled.
so the attorney general.
So we deported him. Is that
So
it?
who's the mayor
Essentially.
now?
They
Black
made him
They didn't
mayor?
say.
self-report, and they
There
didn't get into
currently
that
is-
yet.
There currently is not a
Okay.
mayor. I will say,
I think it's the lady because in the Spider-Man trailer, she giving Spider-Man the key to the city. And then remember the governor was talking to her too and saying like, "Yo, you need to really consider running."
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So she might be appointed on some like interim mayor type.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Well,
it definitely
me too.
shows that this movie is going to be that this show is fairly well connected. That this is absolutely MCU, and having had
Sounds
some
like
of
they put a
the,
lot into it. Like
well, I mean, like we
it sounds
saw,
like they put a lot into it to connect it into
Yeah.
the MCU like solidly.
yeah, having Yusuf Khan in that was season 1, right? Kamala's dad, having him in it, and then like having the crossover characters that they've had, and showing that it looks like there will be more crossover characters that lead into Spider-Man. So
Glad I watched it.
it was a
No,
very
I'm
good
just
show,
stuck with it.
very good
I
season.
know it was
And I will
difficult.
say, even with everything that we've spoiled, the way it presents and builds up, it's still
No,
going to
I'm
be
still
such
going
a
to watch it.
fantastic
Absolutely.
watch. No, but no, I'm saying it's still going to be such a fantastic watch.
I'm excited to watch the fight. I'm very excited about that. I love a good fight.
Yeah. The now we see the connections for the potential connections for Spider-Man. Do you think the way the movie plays out will have bearing on what they might want to do with season 3? Because it does seem like whether he's in jail or out of jail is going to have a lot of bearing on where you even begin season 3.
I think they'll reference it because of the way it was timed.
Okay.
I don't know that it'll necessarily have like a big influence on what happens next in Daredevil, but I definitely think they'll reference it.
So that,
like you said, they had the chick, the deputy mayor chick or whatever, whoever she was, giving Peter the key to the city and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's interesting where it's like, I feel like a lot of times in Spider-Man movies, the villain is like revealed. Like what person from Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery is this villain, or who's going to be the bad guy. They haven't really done that for this yet, outside of us seeing like the Hand. But we know the Hand is an organization.
Scorpion? Was it Scorpion? Is that who?
Well,
that is?
but he's like a henchman.
Oh,
Like usually when you see Scorpion and Shocker and guys like that, they're working for somebody, not necessarily like being the main
big baddie,
big bad. So
Or they're just doing some random crime.
right. So I'm curious because after this trial, I feel like it really is kind of the attitude between New York and like vigilante heroes is kind of going to be in flux. And I think that's kind of why you see him getting the key from the mayor, because they're like the people respond positively to the heroes. So I think they're trying to find the heroes where we can say we put our support behind a Spider-Man and what he does versus a Punisher and what he does, to kind of even help the public kind of draw lines between what vigilantes you should support and which ones we should probably like try to get off the streets.
Did they reference Spider-Man in the show at all
Uh-uh.
when they were talking about the vigilantes?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm thinking, like, would people? Well, no, because no one.
But he's still out there. Like we was
Yeah, so I'm
established that
sitting here thinking, I'm like, do
he's got a
people know
suit,
that? Do people know that he's an Avenger? I don't think any of because like where that stuff took
They don't
place
know
would have
him.
been over in Wakanda. That's where that battle happened. They wouldn't have known. Yeah, so I don't think they would know that he's done any of those feats or anything. The only thing they're going to know is the stuff he's done specifically for New York. And
Well, he was on Spider. Remember what was it? Monkey, like Night Monkey. Like he got caught on like on TV, and then he was they revealed his identity, but then like that got undone with the spell and all that shit like that. Honestly, I don't know where the hell we stand with Spider-Man. I'm gonna have to just see when we get there.
There you go.
But they need to explain the
There you go.
rules. They gonna need to explain the rules of what people remember and how, because. Yeah, like you just got magic.
I just mean like even after they erased his identity and nobody knows that Spider-Man is Peter Parker, they would
still know who Spider-Man is.
Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is still operating in New York. He's still helping. He's still flying around. He's still webbing around everywhere. So
ultimately, it just showed that they don't know Peter Parker.
Right. They don't know who Peter Parker is. No.
Right.
And technically, they have not established that at all. They haven't. We haven't seen anything past the point of outside of him walking and looking
Spider-Man,
at MJ, and
he said, "Whoever knows Spider-Man is Peter Parker."
Right. That the world does not know who he is, and
no. It's specifically he wants everybody to forget that Peter Parker is
Spider-Man.
There you go.
Right.
That's specifically what they forget. So nobody forgot that Spider-Man exists.
But because everybody knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man, everybody forgot. because the identity got revealed to everybody.
That is
everybody forgot
that is
Peter
an
Parker.
official Matt Murdock response. You can, as a law, either one is right? Like technically, you both of y'all are right. Like it could be
No.
they
I'm
remember
still,
Spider-Man, or they
I'm-
don't remember Spider-Man because Spider-Man is Peter Parker, and now they know is it tied to the person.
And
I see
in
what you're
season
saying.
It's a
one,
loophole.
One or
season
both.
1 of Daredevil Born Again, Kingpin does mention a guy running around in a Spider-Man suit. Or yeah, in a
Okay.
spider suit.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
see, and I'm
I'm just saying.
feeling
I
like
was just
we
wondering
still saw
if that
him.
was,
We still saw him performing Spider-Man stuff at the end of the movie.
right.
I
That's
guess
what I
it's
mean.
just like the closer you are to him, the harder it is for the like spell to hold. That's why everybody like who already like knew him like personally before, every time they get around him, they're like, "Do I
Right.
know you? Like,
Right. Looking
Yeah.
at
what's
him
your name
crazy.
again?" Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
a side eye, like they
it's a glitch
like
in the
their
Matrix.
their spider senses are tingling.
There you go.
Literally.
But the MJ tingle
Because the
now.
way that MJ was looking at him,
Right.
like something on the tip of my tongue, and I can't quite.
Yeah.
It used to
But
be.
see, it's also like, with the exception,
You don't forget
of-
distance. You might have forgot me. You might have forgot me, but you didn't forget him. Anyway.
Shut up.
the fact that everybody forgot who Peter Parker was and not Spider-Man, that's why he doesn't have access to go to MIT. That's why none of his friends know him. His family is passed. It looked like the
Dead.
only person he had left was, Aunt May. She's dead. So he literally has nothing, has nobody. All he has left is just being Spider-Man, the regular old school suit, not the, doesn't have the tech suit anymore. He would have lost all access to, I wonder how that would work on machines. Cause like, obviously the glasses don't exist anymore. So you can't access Edith and all of that type of stuff. But it's like, would the machines still, would they know? But that's micro nitpicking, so that's minor. Yeah, I do think that's an interesting idea as it moves forward because, like you said, Sheila Riviera, Sheila's going to be in the new Spider-Man movie, so there's a little bit of crossover there, and that should play out pretty unique with Bullseye surviving. And
Did somebody
the
say they
way-
were going to do a one-off for him, or was that wishful thinking?
That was wishful thinking.
Wishful.
For me.
Okay.
But there are like rumors that he might be connecting with the Thunderbolts or something. I don't know.
Bullseye?
Yeah.
Now I'm
I
going to
can't-
call him at Target.
I
See,
can't,
I want that to catch on.
be like,
I want that to
Bullseye.
catch on.
ooh, excuse me, I cannot imagine that happening because he's so like evil and the Thunderbolts. Whatever. The Thunderbolts are so like, misunderstood.
I think
Just-
he's trying to change though.
I,
When Daredevil gave him them last few missions,
I wouldn't be able to
It-
forget that. That wouldn't sit right with me. I know they don't care what sits right with me, but they don't belong together in my opinion.
Nah,
I wouldn't mind him.
I
meeting
don't
up.
think that either. Come on now. That's not okay.
I mean, because he's
That man is crazy.
rated R. Yes, he is
All
one
the
of
Right,
motherfuckers in
like-
Thunderbolts
R,
is
and
crazy.
Thunderbolts are PG-13.
Thank you. Right.
For now,
For now,
Maybe
yeah, there
he
you
will
go.
adapt.
it's time.
Maybe
to
he will
grow up,
adapt the
kids.
no kill rule.
No redemption.
Because honestly, like, if you think about it, he didn't kill all those
man. I
cops.
don't
that
want to
were-
see
No,
no.
he is a loose ass cannon.
Mm-mm. Unless
So-
unless Yelena can match his fly, I don't want to see him with the Thunderbolts.
I just don't think they
Like
would
if
do it.
they're going to put that crazy man and turn him loose in that movie, everybody game needs to step up exponentially.
Yeah, I just don't think they do
Because it
it.
ain't a joke. We're not joking. We're cutting people's faces off. Like
He gonna be.
I mean,
I think
honestly, I
he's gonna
think it
be
would
in just
be.
bodyguard mode. Like if I'm Shaggy, that's my bodyguard. But hey,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah,
What is Shaggy's character again?
he's a CIA
Who is
operative,
he? All right.
Mr.
Y'all
Charles.
keep saying Shaggy, and I'm like, this nigga's in the Daredevil show?
I'm gonna be real honest. I'm really happy about his renaissance, and maybe it's the
Oh.
member berries, but
Yeah.
I've always thought he was a good dude. It's like Brendan Fraser, like I'm happy you back.
Yeah,
I've always
but
liked you, bro.
that's why I'm mad. I'm upset that he keeps getting these deranged like villain roles. I need him to be a good guy.
Because he was crazy
Yeah,
in
he
Five
was-
Nights at Freddy's
I was about to
too.
say, he was
But,
completely unhinged in that. Like
He was crazy
Where's the
in
guy from Scream?
what's that?
Yeah.
Paradise
he was in
he
Cross.
was
Cross. Yeah, he was crazy in
Mm.
Cross. He's crazy on here. Of course,
they
he's
say
wait,
the
no,
nicer
that's not
people, the
the
nicer
same
you
guy.
are, the better you can play
I
crazy.
know,
Look at
but
Robin Williams.
I need him to be a good guy for like a minute
Insomnia.
I do too.
1
I
hour
love
photo.
him. I do.
because I
Yeah.
like
1
Matthew
hour
of the
photo
year.
for real.
and I want to
He
continue
was
to like Matthew Lillard. Kingpin is about to make me not like Vincent D'Onofrio. If I didn't know what a great, phenomenal actor he was,
yeah.
then
Yeah.
I would not like him because
He would
Kingpin
definitely have
is
that
deranged.
King Joffrey. He would have that King Joffrey effect where like you would despise Kingpin so much that it would start to translate into just not liking that actor.
Right, exactly. He would no longer be Vincent D'Onofrio. He would be Kingpin, and I would
I'm
not
trying to
like
think.
him.
I think the only person that I really feel like that about is Terrence Howard. And I couldn't tell you which role it was, but whatever it was, one day I was just like, absolutely not. And I liked him in nothing else. I just don't like him. Like I'm like every time he shows up, I'm like, here we go. Terrence Howard gonna be Terrence Howard for an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't like when they replaced him in Iron Man, I was like, good, because I didn't want to spend the rest of this time with Terrence Howard. I just didn't. He was like, next time. I was like, please, God, no. And God answered my prayers. I am blessed.
I was very pleased with
favor.
Don Cheadle coming on. I think Don Cheadle was a good addition. I hate that they haven't like
Did you
fully
know that
utilized.
he's not credited in Ocean's 11? He's not
Really?
credited because they wanted to put his name below the what's the name, and he was like, why the fuck would I be below Bernie Mac? Like, not even being funny, but why are y'all trying to build me at the bottom? I'm Don Cheadle, not being funny. But at that point in time, his career was probably a little bit higher, I would say, than even maybe not a Ben Affleck, but directly below him. Higher than an Andy Garcia for sure. They was trying to lowball him.
Hey man,
And
nah man.
thank you. And then it's like you can't put him in like a period piece. You can't put him in a
to be and not to be, man. That is the question.
He's a good character actor. He's very good at playing Terrence Howard. Like people always call out Kevin Hart, and I'm like, at least Kevin Hart tries to have some kind of range. He tries. But you can't put Terrence Howard in that movie with Bryan Cranston. You can't put him in that movie because he's gonna be Terrence Howard. It's hard out here for a pimp, Terrence Howard.
He's gonna be Lucius Lyon.
He gonna be Lucius.
Nah, what we gotta do.
And I get it. Listen, I love me a good character actor. I really do. I just don't care for him. And I don't know what role it was specifically, but I'm riding with Teresa on this. There are certain roles that people can take that will literally be like, I don't like none about you now. I don't care what you do now from here on out.
Probably best man.
Actually, I don't think it's a role with Terrence Howard. I think it's Terrence Howard.
Then it just be right. Like then it's just like off screen. You're the worst. Like ugh.
Yeah.
Ever since he said that, ever since he tried to do that math problem, I'm good on Terrence Howard.
Yeah, that.
Man, we don't have to
And,
tear down
yeah.
Black Genius.
Is that
And
what?
then people,
Is that what that
he's,
is?
he's
That's what
on
that is?
another
That's-
frequency.
It's genius.
Yeah.
Okay. So how about
We
that?
have
Hey,
a
man,
Neil
Neil-
deGrasse
Hey,
Tyson.
if we could celebrate Neil deGrasse Tyson and his ass be wrong a whole bunch of times when he get on Twitter complaining about the science in Star Wars, then we can let a nigga think 2 + 2 is 5. Because
At
that
least
motherfucker Neil deGrasse Tyson be coming on there talking about, oh, a droid like BB-8 would never actually work on a sandy surface. It's like, what you mean? This is an actual BB-8 droid. This was practical effect. This was not CGI, and it was rolling on
just fine
sand.
on sand.
So, what are you talking about?
Stick to space science and not mechanical engineering, buddy. Let it go.
Oh, if you
Listen,
blah,
y'all
blah,
not
blah.
gonna turn me on this. Him and Chloe Savigny, and she knows what she did.
I don't even know what that is.
Hate
I
her.
don't know what
Oh,
you
I hate
did,
her.
but-
Oh, I hate when she
know-
pops up in stuff I'm watching. It just
But
makes
I
me
like
so
her.
mad.
Two movies.
I'm mad the rest of the dang show,
And
movie,
I
whatever.
like
like
with
one
Neil
of the two,
deGrasse
and the other one I
because he
was
is a
really
broad
young when I watched it,
scientist.
so it doesn't really count.
Of
This is
what?
Chloe Savigny from Boys Don't Cry and Brown Bunny, and I only like one of them. Which is, okay.
She's the worst. She's just the
yeah.
worst.
Yeah.
My neck.
Let's see. So I think that's everything on Daredevil. All the main discussion. Of course, I got I didn't send out the outline. I apologize, but we covered.
I hated
covered
Brown Bunny.
everything that I
That's our
have
discussion on
listed.
Daredevil.
Just because I don't want to get any more into Chloe.
We
We
don't ever need to get more into her.
No,
That was enough.
No, that was more than enough. Okay, so we got my fan theories, the character deep dives, and we did talk about the unmasking, that whole sequence, immediate reactions. Dark Avengers, I think, might be with Bullseye living, but you make a good point to keep him as a bodyguard for the CIA guy. But then also, do you think that Mr. Charles has a connection to? And you know what? That's too much speculation. I was about to say Valentina
That's why I said
Allegra
Thunderbolts.
DeFontaine.
That's why I said Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
All right,
'Cause she
now
was
I
director
love
of
me
the
some
CIA.
Valentina.
See, and
That's the
and
connection.
Valentina-
That's interesting.
So I have a
because she-
question.
Yo,
So Mr. Charles knows who what's his name? It's not Target.
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Bullseye. Mr. Charles knows who Bullseye is.
Mm-hmm.
So they were
Yes.
actually together there on that plane. He
Mhm.
okay.
yes.
Because I wasn't
Because remember, Luke said, "I'm done." Like they got a replacement for me, and then they show Bullseye on the plane with Mr. Charles. And
Gotcha.
I think, speaking to the Valentina, whenever Charles is on the phone, I think he's talking to Valentina.
Okay.
Because I think that's who
Mm.
he's getting his orders from. And
That
then,
makes sense.
And I 100% support that, because going all the way back, the first time we were introduced to Valentina, we saw Agent Ross point out that was his ex-wife, and like, go ahead, Ross. But Agent Ross says that's his ex-wife, and she was director
man,
of the
he
CIA.
was never on top.
Not with
I don't know what to
Valentina.
do with that.
Not Amazon style. Wait a minute. I do think that I do think that with her being head of the CIA previously, and Mr. Charles being a CIA operative and whatnot, it does make sense that he would be calling her. The Thunderbolts connection is definitely there. And I think the Thunderbolts might have started off kind of as like the Dark Avengers, because of course these were all like the redeemed bad guys who make the new Avengers team. But if you actually have just a group of people who work directly for Valentina that aren't doing the missions in the public eye, she collects people like Bullseye.
I don't like
You
it.
see what I'm saying?
Is that now? Never mind. I'm on the whole different. I'm on a whole different thing. Because I was
Initially, if
like,
you
that's like
recall,
the Suicide Squad, but that's a whole other. That's on the whole other side of the fence.
it
But
is,
it
but
is
that is what the
comparable.
Dark Avengers. I
Yeah,
think that's what the Dark Avengers are for. That's what they do. And if you recall, initially, that's what she was doing with Yelena. She was sending Yelena out here on crazy missions, and you know what I'm saying, going to. That's why she jumped off the building, do what she did, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, wait, okay, yeah,
she's
it's done."
DC's version of Waller, Amanda Waller.
Okay.
Good
She's
explanation.
Marvel's version of Amanda Waller.
Yeah,
Not as
and so
sadistic. Well,
Mhm.
It's the Marvel's version of Amanda Waller. So, yeah,
well, she actually
everything's
quite
on the
enjoys
table.
that.
Everything's on the table. Yeah, do
She
not
enjoys
put it
that.
past it.
Thanks.
So we will see. We will see. They
Oh,
have
you
opportunities.
guys.
They have room. They have room.
Just as a side note, y'all need to watch that Nature Boy documentary and then watch the one on YouTube because my goodness.
Oh, I didn't know there was one on YouTube. I watched the
It's like a
Hulu one yesterday.
20 episode documentary and it goes almost too deep. I can only do a couple episodes at a time.
The Cult
Okay.
of Nature Boy. Is that what that?
That's what
It's a
I'll be watching
lot.
tomorrow
Yes, this
while I'm
cult
working.
that was
First
started
off, who
by
is
us
Nature
for
Boy?
us. A mess.
Who is Nature Boy? That I would
He's a
watch
cult leader out of
20
Atlanta.
episodes.
Right. That's the thing. The fact that they were
Yes.
in
And it
Atlanta
was
several
us.
times,
And he
like
had us
around the
twisted
corner.
and fucked up. Like for real, for real.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Like
Okay.
for real. Like there was things happening, and I'm just like, what? How do we get here in 2018?
Ooh. I mean, I can believe that Dr. York was around. And I remember
Crazy,
him. I
crazy.
remember him when he was selling mixtapes on 125th. So I wish that was a joke, but that's who he was. Like
I
I
mean,
was
he
like,
picked
holy
up,
shit, this nigga got a compound in the Carolinas. and-
he
Right.
picked up
Like
one of those women from the vegan
crazy how
restaurant
people
around
can
the corner.
be. They was calling
Wow.
this man God, like bowing to him. It got really bad. Like
Wow.
it didn't start out bad.
Yeah.
He may have started out with good intentions, although
Right.
he was always real opportunistic and I guess they always have to be, right? Narcissistic and
Yeah.
but it got really, really bad. Like,
Oof.
no thank you. God saved me from right, exactly. And may I be said, I don't want to be in that kind of thing ever.
Me either.
I don't never want to, not
Yeah.
that that has anything to do with anything. I was just dropping that if y'all like a good documentary, it's a good one. But the one on YouTube is even deeper because it's got the actual it. They can only tell you so much on Hulu. Okay, just saying.
Right.
When I was watching
Mm.
that documentary, or when it was over, the Hulu one, I was like, you know what? I'm so glad I'm an introvert and I'm good being up in here by
Right.
myself.
Right,
Right.
because the
I
minute you
don't-
would have invited me and there would have been more than 3 people, I'd have been like,
right.
I don't think I'm
Right.
cut
And
out.
they got
So
people.
I'm
For
I was
this
talking to
boy.
him for 2 weeks, and I quit my job and ran to Costa Rica. Like,
Right.
what was y'all talking about?
What the fuck did you say?
never had a conversation.
I
with
met
him.
him in March, and by May, I had abandoned my child.
Right, you can tell me your
Please.
life story. I don't want to spend $10 on your mixtape.
Mm.
So,
Right.
like, nah, how do yeah, I don't know. I'm
I
never
don't
gonna
ever want
understand
to
that.
be that
But there are
sad,
but there are a subset
lonely,
of people
and
of
lost.
Yeah.
there just are a subset of people that just actually are susceptible to that type of shit. So damn, that's fucked up.
I think I was more surprised there were so many men. Like but then again, I guess that's in every cult. It's not like all the people at Jonestown and all of that was all women. It was 2018.
Mm.
It was 2018, and y'all let this man do a lot to y'all.
Mhm.
A lot.
Mm.
Because niggas looking for leadership and they don't know how to
Guidance.
look for bad leaders. They ain't had no experience.
Yeah.
They don't teach people how to get out of situations where somebody acting like they got your best interest at heart, but they really don't. Like, I mean, it's
Right.
like men are susceptible to that too, even more so because we're taught nobody gonna try to get us like that. So
Yeah.
Right.
You
we
think
don't
that's
we
what
don't
it is?
fortify ourselves against stuff like that often if you don't have somebody coming to talk to you and being like, yo, this is how you do this is how you handle that, this is how we
I'm
move
reading
here.
something.
They just, I don't know, man. It's sad, but it's also just like I really,
How you do it, Lumber Dog? Like,
hey, I wouldn't know. I only have a wife.
He's like, I'm with my wife.
Hey, I get it. Life happens.
It's a flex. That's a for real flex.
He said I got it right the first time.
Hey, I watch it. I watched enough people be unhappy to know that's not what I wanted.
I
So
definitely
Man,
say
indeed.
I get lucky. I got lucky.
hey, a lot of love.
You got married
Fucking
you were
form.
in the 6th grade.
I'm
I
out
was
here.
not in the 6th
I'm
grade.
out here
It
like
was
the Golden State
high
Warriors,
school.
baby. Got 4 rings. 4 fucking rings.
I have but
had
one
my
championship,
ring, and it was great, and I took it
only-
off and threw it in the water, and that was great too. So
marriage is a cult.
Okay.
Nah, yeah, I ain't gonna get into all
it can
that.
be, but it's a cult of
That's
two, and y'all for each
There
other.
you go.
So,
There you go. Exactly. It's a cult
But
of two.
sometimes it
like-
don't be. Sometimes it be a cult of more, and your partner is in some outside cult, and then they trying to cultivate you to be in whatever cult that is. Because I be looking at some of them little groups where it be like all the dudes that trade, and it's like that mean the wives got to be like this, and the wives got to, or all the wives who do the Jack and Jill. That mean all the husbands got to go to all the events, and it's like, man,
a Stepford shit.
ain't nobody about
Jack
to
and Jill
groom
got
me.
me traumatized, bro. Like I don't even want to talk about that.
I would never, bruh. I would never in my
What the
life
fuck
take
is
my
Jack and
kids
Jill?
to that bougie ass shit.
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Nah.
It's
Like,
like it's
Jill?
basically it's like a
it's the boule.
it's like a club. It's like it's a bougie black cult. If you want to be
Yeah,
unfair, but it's a group.
but you
that
gotta be
brings like-minded
on
black.
so many levels to be in it.
I got
I'm not.
friends who in it, and I'm like,
I do
but
too.
they some of my bougiest friends, and so I'm not surprised.
That is
And
dope.
they-
I
and
did
they
not know
know-
what that is.
I don't care how bougie they are. I've known you since you were 4, and we gonna talk how we talk because we from the east side. Like
There you
you
go.
can do all that over there with them.
Like I'm talking about
Come eat
Whitley
this
Gilbert.
rib. Come eat these
bougie.
ribs.
Not like,
Oh, that's what it
I'm
is.
bougie because I got,
Yeah.
this. I'm talking
It's-
about my money
like
that
they
I
have
come from.
debutante
from.
balls, just short of arranged marriages, but
Like,
it's like very
right.
selective.
You have to be, I'm
dating
talking about
pool.
be at the right school. You have to stay in the right dorm, be a part of the right committees and
They go to
be
the
in the right
Kentucky Derby for
programs,
the
and
hats.
My older brother
it's
dated this
very
girl named Hillary. No bullshit. My older brother dated this girl named Hillary for like 3 years, and that was the approved relationship. And that shit is fucking weird, man. Like all that Jack and Jill stuff is it's a bunch of people who want to pretend like they're high society and can afford to play pretend.
Mm.
And it's
I think
This is going on my TikTok.
I think the thing about
you
it
should. It's a
is
good rabbit hole. You
the
definitely
way
should go down it.
the
It
way
is.
that oftentimes people feel like
Mm.
Jack and Jill-ites look down on others. Like I think if you want to have a bougie society of friends who want to, we drape our sweaters over our shoulders and all that kind of stuff, that's great.
Yes.
But you're not
Right.
better than me. That's
Right.
it's just a club where y'all go do that. Just like when I was growing up, I was in a mentorship program with 100 Black Men. 100 Black Men of
Yes.
Southwest Atlanta.
Mhm.
Every Sunday, we went to meet. They brought in somebody. We had a little lesson. We went to the woods. They taught us how to shoot guns. They taught us how to camp. We went to a restaurant. They taught us about etiquette. You had to bring a girl
Right.
on a date. They taught you how this is. You pull the chair out. You do this. You move here. You move. Blah, 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 blah. Like teaching kids, teaching young Black boys
100
social
Black Men
Men.
of
milestones.
Atlanta, like that program,
Yeah,
very good
because
because
they
it had a
let
purpose.
everybody. Yeah, and it's
100
not.
Black men
Yes.
everywhere. 100 Black
There's
men
nothing
everywhere.
wrong with like
Kudos
having.
to 100
I
Black
don't.
men.
My nephew was
Everywhere
in
they
the
they about
cotillion.
business.
Like I
Yeah,
had a homegirl that did botillion while we were in high school. I don't have a problem with that. It's not
yeah,
a problem as much as I'm just trying to describe the type of people involved
yeah,
in
yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like, not that I have
And
an
there's
issue.
people
Listen,
who
that ain't
cool.
that's those problems are
Yeah,
outside my tax bracket. These
Right.
are just the type of people that are, in
Understood.
this particular
you
very
notice.
talented 10th, very
Yeah,
Harlem Renaissance.
you know
We're
what it's
not
like.
like
It's
the
like
rest of you
people in
Negroes.
the. It's like people in America who watch soccer because we like soccer,
Yeah.
and then it's people
Right.
in America who watch soccer because
And they call
they
it
think it makes
football.
them better than people who watch American.
Yeah,
Yeah, the people from America who call soccer football.
call it
I will
football.
never, even if I say
Yeah,
the word football, a soccer ball will never
Oh,
pop into
thank
your
the
head.
fuck God. Yeah, there's
Just
literally
off
no
the.
way I could know people like that.
But I talk to people from England and they be getting mad when we say soccer. And I'm just like,
yeah,
They do.
okay, so
They do.
I
That
say,
they
so I
do.
don't say nothing because I'm not going to call
right,
it football either. But when in Rome, so I respect your stream on your channel. Y'all
right.
call it football, but I can find a way
Like,
without having to say it at all.
my
The
aunt,
game, the sport.
have you ever heard of the paper bag test?
Yes.
That was growing up, like
Oh, okay.
you had to
The
pass the paper
complexion.
bag test.
Yeah.
And see, maybe
Well,
there's a
yeah,
reason I don't like
I've
Jack and
always
Jill
been on the
because maybe that's why I don't care.
Just saying. I'm just saying that was a thing. It probably isn't now. This was a very long time ago, but there
And
was a
and
time.
all memories I have of Jack and Jill are from like the 80s and 90s. And you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and me
Like
too. Like those are when
it was
I was in high
it
school
was
and
a
really hearing
very
about
it was a very unique time because like in fairness, my father has had some very prestigious employment in the past. And so it made sense to be in those areas. And I experienced personally like those situations of going to visit my dad for the summer and feeling like Will and coming home from summer vacation feeling like Carlton.
it.
And like having to readjust every time because this is how I am all the time. And then I go over there and I'm being corrected. I can only pick up a French fry with two fingers and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? And like we're going out to these
Seriously? Like for real, for real?
traumatized, dead ass serious. Like I don't know if you noticed my whole demeanor changed when y'all started talking about Jack and Jill because I like really despise that shit and have very negative. Like I got stuck in a summer camp for tennis. I
Oh,
enjoy watching tennis, but I will never pick up a tennis racket again. I could probably play very well, but just because of like the shit I was subjected to as a result, I like no. And when I would go visit my dad, the areas that he lived in, like you remember the movie Soul Man, C. Thomas Howell?
hmm
yeah. Yeah.
So I go visit my dad for the summer, and then people want to play basketball, and it's like literally watching these kids have a fight over whose team I was going to be on. And it's like, I need both of y'all to know I suck. So it doesn't matter that y'all fighting. I'm 4 feet 9 inches tall, and y'all trying to figure out whose team I'm gonna be on. Yes, Bud Webb is in the NBA, but I ain't him. So can we just play? And I was more interested in like being my geeky ass self. You have video games, you have comic books. Why do y'all want to go play basketball? Like, what are you doing?
Right. What are
We're,
we doing
we're in a
here?
neighborhood with a pool. Why are we outside sweating? There's a pool. It's summer. What are you doing? No, y'all are but and it's just like there were when my dad did it.
Especially if you young family.
When my dad did it and was a part of it, he went in with the intentions of it being kind of like we talked about, because my dad was a part of 100 Black Men of Atlanta.
Yeah.
And, he was in that organization. And so I could do like, that's amazing. I'm gonna make it there one day. But like I know how to do like formal place settings. You know what I'm saying? I know
Yeah.
which fork for which meal. I've done. My sister now, my older sister, has these events where she does like princess tea parties. She does etiquette training. She does all this stuff for young women, and it's like I'm just used to seeing all of that. But anybody that knows me knows that like that's just those are not always the best memories for me. And so, not that I'm specifically fighting against it, but I'm not until I find myself in a situation where I have to. I have no interest to be involved with any of it. And part of why my dad left is because my dad was never interested in keeping up with the Joneses. My dad was interested in being the Joneses. And so I can respect working hard to achieve the goal to have, not at the spite of someone else not having, but just because you want. And that's kind of what he instilled in me. And that's how I operate. So, I get out there, hustle, work hard, do what I got to do. And when I buy the stuff I want, don't say nothing to me because I worked for that. And he has made it a point to not just like give me those handouts and that sort of thing. And so there's a lot that goes in with that. And this is not the show for it. But this was called The Cult of Nature Boy. And you say that there's one on Hulu and one on YouTube.
The one on Hulu is like an hour 15, very like an overview of everything.
No,
The one on YouTube.
It was 4 episodes.
Okay, well, yeah, but I just mean like it was very even that
Yeah.
isn't.
Yeah, it was very like
into the one. Yeah, if you get into the one on YouTube, it's like I'm only on episode like 7 or 8, and I just can't even see how much how you know what I mean? Like they're like there's like 20 episodes. I'm like, listen.
Is it 20 episodes worth of information?
You know what I'm saying? Like what further thing can happen in the next and it is always in the next episode, in the next episode. I'm like, come on. Yeah. Come on. To the
I mean,
denying
I think
things happen, had all of his followers behind him doing videos and all of this about how he didn't do the thing, just to turn around and be like, yeah, I did the thing. I was doing it. I did it, and I did it more than once, and I enjoyed it, and I did it. And with all his wives behind him, these like y'all literally was just talking about this man did not like passionately defending this man. He didn't do the thing, and he absolutely did the thing on video. He did the thing.
Right. They live streamed everything.
Like
what the fuck? Yeah.
I think a lot of fandoms have that same energy though, personally, like with, Star Trek, Starfleet Academy getting canceled, and obviously there was just any sort of coordinated attacks online against a movie or a show does not make any sense at all. And I feel like it's because of those same reasons. And then you look and online, there's people who are trying to be these like anti-black, anti-woman, anti-people of color thought leaders in the geek community, and push people and say, oh, well, even before the Marvels comes out, we gonna go and review bomb it. Even before the new Star Wars stuff comes out, we gonna review bomb it because it's got a black
Yes.
lady in it, or it's got a this, or it's got a that. I think it's just the nature of the times where it's just like the less we have interaction with each other in person, the more people retreat into these fantasy online worlds where they feel like they can be whoever they couldn't actually be in real life. Like the way you talk on your podcast, the way I talk on here is how I talk. I'm pretty sure that's
Right.
how it goes for everybody here for the most part. But a lot
Yeah.
of them people who you be seeing talking crazy on these podcasts, even in the geek space, where they just put stuff down, they have all these dog whistle comments and ways to put down black stuff without making it sound like you talking calling it bad because it's black and you don't like and understand black art. I mean, it all fits in together. And the whole desire to be a part of something will have people being part of cults and mobs and things that don't have like positive energy attached to them just because they're scared of being individuals, because we don't have a culture that rewards individuality as much as it used to. We don't have spaces to express individuality in the same ways that we used to. Now it's all about fitting in, going along, and really that person don't even feel that way. Just I was just about to say that person doesn't even agree with it. They just know
Right.
saying this is going to get views, which is going to bring revenue.
Absolutely.
Everything is just about putting
Absolutely.
money in their pocket.
There's a
And
It's the
remember,
commercial.
most outrageous thing.
the internet is a megaphone. The problem with the internet is it's a megaphone, and the purpose of the internet is period to make money. So the internet exists because on the premise of there's no such thing as bad press. So the reality of the situation is you're going to say something, you're going to find a million people that agree with you, and therefore you're going to feel entitled and justified and right. Even though despite the million people agreeing with you, the other 500, the other 5 billion don't. But you're
Right.
going to feel okay because YouTube's going to send you a plaque because 100,000 people decided to take 0.25 seconds out of their life and click a fucking button on their screen. Like a lot of people definitely feel entitled and feel validated and feel strengthened and empowered because all of a sudden they call things followers, right? So they call the whole the whole cult of influencing, right? Influencing is a fucking cult. The fact that you follow, it's called fan because it's short for fanatic, and fanatic
Right.
is fucking crazy. Like the whole,
I know that.
people
Like I
get
know
pulled into these type of
that
situations
people
way
like
too much.
rage farm and stuff. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
Yeah,
know that people
yeah.
like I and it's so shameful. Like you can tell like when like maybe it's getting to the middle of the month or something and they need to drive up that engagement because all of a sudden people that I follow, it's like they just start posting crazy
Anything.
shit. Like
Just the dumbest
why
shit.
would you ever say this? The other
Right.
day, the new thing is to praise Joe Jackson for beating Michael. Now y'all know that that's literally just to get people to
Mm-hmm.
come onto your post and argue with you and drive
Mhm.
up the engagement.
Right.
When we
So like
started, I
why
thought
what are you doing? Because the people coming onto the post to argue with you are not alone because they're coming with people who are dumb as fuck and think that you're
But
sincere. You
people
know what I mean?
engage all the fucking time.
It's
Right.
People
like
engage all the time. You look at you
you
see
have
those
to understand
posts,
what you're
you see
validating
the
though. Like I
400
understand you want
comments,
that money,
and it's like,
but
but that's the thing. I mean,
we have to
people
be
have
careful what
consistently,
we're validating because we're seeing the results
Yeah.
of validating stupid shit and
but
stupid
these things aren't
behaviors.
validated. These things aren't technically validated. It's their feeling validated, right? They're
I
saying the
watched a
stupid shit, but just because
Nah,
they
nah,
got
nah.
the
It's not
internet has
because
given them.
people been making the Joe Jackson beat the Jacksons into being famous for years and years. And it is validating it if you say, hey man, like Because the way they spin it is like, man, Joe Jackson had 9 kids. He was working, blah blah blah, yada yada. He had all he can in his time during racism. It's like, yes, all of that is true, 100%. However, there have been plenty of other kid singers. There's been plenty of other amazing genius musicians that have come into this world and made great art, and it was not because their father was
Didn't
beating the shit
require
out of them.
abuse.
And I think that's the point where it's just like, I think, you know, there's the calling everything gentle parenting. That's like, it's not, everything's not gentle parenting.
Yeah.
But like, I can, just because I can raise my kid without smacking him. Now I've had to walk up on him a couple times. I had to twist that shirt up a couple times and be like, "Hey, bro, it hasn't gone left for you because." But if
I'm trying to
you
give you an
don't if you
opportunity.
don't respect the fact that it's not going left, it's gonna go left. And rather than it being like the first result is I got to beat this out of him. So I think that's the issue that Brandy's talking about. People trying to validate it in that way, where it's like,
Oh, okay.
they wouldn't have been Michael Jackson. Like, Michael Jackson was born with that talent. It's
Right.
not like he became a better
Right.
singer every time Joe Jackson beat him with the belt.
Right.
And
But
I
that's
always
why I'm
thought
like,
that was said
why
as
are
a
we acting
joke.
like
Like
you
it was
can't
said in
nurture
jest.
talent? We're acting like you can't nurture a person into whatever it is. Michael, even in the things that they've shown, and I get that it's all miniseries and we don't know these people, but from what the people who knew him said, yeah, Marvin Gaye sucks, and I'll that's a hill I'm willing to die on. But he was very curious, he was very open, he was very receptive. It's not like you would have had to beat Michael
I
into
mean,
loving music or
you can
dance or
look at his relationships with Barry Gordy and Quincy Jones. I don't think
yes,
either one of them ever beat him,
Correct.
and
yes.
they got
They got
hits
the
out of him.
most out of him. They drew all the talent.
That's what I mean. I'm like, you don't have to beat your child.
But see,
You don't.
that's such a small. That's the
Prince
thing.
doesn't talk
That is
about his
such a
parents
small
beating him in
minority,
reality.
right? Like that, right? But that is such a small minority of people who could even attempt to co-sign abuse, because the result of the abuse was the person wound up successful, right? And it's like, yeah, but it's not causal. You can't say he beat him in the success. He beat him, and then he wound
He
up being
beat him.
successful.
But the
You
issue
know what I'm
is
saying? It's
the
you
issue is not
abuse,
even
you
people
abused
saying
him,
it.
and he, yeah. See, that's
The
what
issue
that's
is
what's
the
fucked up.
algorithm and what the algorithm
Right.
amplifies, and what the algorithm, because like you said, the point of what's happening in social media and everything now is about making money.
Mhm.
What the algorithm amplifies is conflict, because they know conflict will keep people on the page arguing back and forth. So there's probably not that many people online typing Michael Jackson's daddy beat him and that's why he was successful. But the algorithm is noticing that enough people are jumping into those comments to combat it, that they're going to amplify anybody who would
Yep.
say that. And there are going to be people who may there's
Agree.
people in them comments agreeing,
Yeah.
and those are and the problem is sometimes who those people are. Like the
Right.
loud nigga at the barbershop, where it's just like it's a bunch of people in there who got better sense than him, but we don't feel like arguing with this nigga today. We just trying to get our hair cut and get the hell on. But guess what? It's some like 8 and 9-year-old and 10-year-old kids in there listening to this man's theory, hearing it go unchecked, and thinking that silence is agreement, and now they take that into the world. If nobody, unless they daddy get in the car and be like,
Right, you
hey,
catch it at that
you know what
moment.
that dude was saying was some BS.
You know it's also bullshit, right?
And now I
Yeah,
also
Or
have to,
you
and
got
now as a
somebody
man, I have to
who's
also
dumb
stand up
and has a
explain.
child and is like, I'm gonna put my child in on some dancing shoes and beat him until he's Michael Jackson.
Or Michael Jordan or whatever
Or
other
Michael
sport.
Jordan or
Right.
Yeah.
That is not the lesson that we're trying to get
right.
from this
Like we're
situation.
trying to get away from that,
Yeah.
not
I think
reignite that in people. There's too much. It's too much.
I think that it's also
there's
like
still a
the
responsibility. I know that it's money and I know that it's social media and everything is whatever and out of control and we're supposed to know, but people don't know no better. They don't. Like you think they do
A
because they're
person,
grown adult
as they
people
said in Enemy of the State, a person is smart. People are stupid.
are so dumb.
Yeah.
I
People
think
are
what
not
the
getting vitamin K shots for their babies, their newborn babies, so that their baby's blood will clot. It's a fucking vitamin K shot. It is a vitamin. It is a vitamin. People are not getting it. Babies are dying. I'm tired. I'm so tired of this rhetoric and like it's just enough with it, you know? Like
yeah.
enough with enough. Like Tony
I
Baker right
feel
now was just like, shut up, shut up, shut the fuck.
Yeah. He
That's
said
where I'm at.
24 hours. Nobody say anything. No men, no
I
pro
mean,
men, pro women,
it's
no
counterproductive.
nothing.
There's no people are going if it makes
24
money.
hours.
If it makes money, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen more and more often as it's making money, and
But it
until
doesn't.
it gets to the point that it gets corporatized, until it gets to a point that we have the fucking anyway.
But see,
Until you know
that's
what I'm
where the
saying,
individual.
it's just
But no, see, you can't necessarily have like an all-in mentality. You have to still believe in the power of the individual. And if you take the approach of it's just the way it is, then nothing changes and everything continues in the path. And those who are willing to do continue making things worse. And
that's what
that's why I
happens
was.
in societies.
I mean, but even so, you still have to believe in the power of the individual because that's why
Historically,
earlier, as I stated, I was like, okay, you know what? This dude pissed me off online. He posted a spoiler, and I became a keyboard warrior because I had time, I ain't had shit to do. I was sitting there and I was like watching TV. I hadn't got to none of that, and so I went in. And like I said, this was when I looked through this dude's account, like it has been one day, and you have like 9 posts. All of it is like spoiler content. So it's like clearly,
Yeah, this is what he does.
but
This is his
even
time to
you
shine.
knew,
Yeah, it's
right?
rage
But
so-
even you knew at the end of that, I'm going to unfollow. I'm going to block him. Why? Because you
Right,
knew
but-
that if you didn't, you were
I
telling
also-
the algorithm, "Show me more."
I also
Let me
had to
sell
go
you
back.
more.
That's the only reason I. It's
Comment
really funny
on
because
this.
today was
Comment
today
on
was
this
actually
one.
almost kind of a petty day because and I downloaded the app Nextdoor today.
Yes, and that app is a mess. At least my
Wow.
neighbors.
Wow.
I won't go into
We
detail
love drama,
about
man.
how
We
or
fucking
why.
love
The
drama.
petty.
No,
we
let me
love
say
drama.
right, and let me tell you something. That's the funny part. I downloaded it to be petty. I 100% admit. What did I say? I had time today. I'm already heated. This dude done put a spoiler. I done like went in on him. Woo 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 woo.
Mhm.
Right, and then it was
Mhm.
like
Stay
I don't
out of
wanna
the
get into
conversation. Go ahead.
I don't want to get I don't want to get into a back and forth with this guy because I know I'm helping him. I don't want to help him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to delete my comment so nobody can like my comment on his post.
I've
I'm
done
not going
that.
to do that. Not gonna
Delete
do
it and then block the person, and it's
And then
just
because I
vanished
like what did I
forever.
say? I don't want the algorithm because I've already engaged with him as much as I did. I looked
Yep.
through the profile. Y'all gonna think I want to see this cat. I don't. So
Yep.
You
I blocked
didn't
him.
delete the
Now-
cookie, my man. You ain't
Now, let
delete
me
the
tell you.
cookie.
I have that energy like caught up inside of me, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. A family member sends a text in a group chat and gave me a target. And I was like, oh, well, let me download this Nextdoor app. I can do
He
that.
said, "I'm gonna be a Karen today."
And so I started to, and here's the funny part. I started to make this response. And I thought about it, and I was like, they would not approve of this. Let me go back in here and rephrase everything I said. I deleted half of it. And rather than the person left a negative review on something, and I may or may not be connected to the something that the review was left on. And so I was like, I should say something because clearly they don't understand. So I'm gonna make sure that they are educated, but I'm gonna do it from a very petty perspective of like, well, if you could read, you would see that it was optional. And I was like, you know what? That's not helping anything. That's not helping anything. It's making me feel just a little bit better, but ultimately, it's not going to benefit the thing that's being reviewed. It's not going to help the person who asked a question where the response was the suggestion for the thing. Me saying everything I have to say, attacking the person who put their comment up, doesn't help the thing. So I rephrased everything, and I was like, everything in my response needs to be positive. It needs to be, we can be helpful. And like, yes, it may have cost what it costs for what you got. And maybe if you go to a place that has this, you don't buy that. It's this kind of place, you should buy this. Buying that at this kind of place is you got steak at a seafood restaurant. I mean, if the steak wasn't great, maybe you should have had the seafood in the seafood restaurant. Just a suggestion. Granted, if they had steak on the menu, you are welcome to believe that the steak should have been just so. But you should have known that it was just a steak. It was just a steak. It even says on there.
But then they tell you that you're a moron and that you don't know better. And then what do you do after that, Sam? Do you respond?
I have one.
Do you leave? Do you stop engaging?
And see, that's why we go back. That's why we go back. And rather than go in on the person who left the comment they left, we educate and we are just polite and we're nice and we let them know all the goodness.
As an example, my sister was on MasterChef. Okay. And she got eliminated because she made a dish and it had peppercorns, and the guy was acting all crazy about, oh, I can't, even spitting it out and all this and just being dramatic. And they were like, you should have ground up the peppercorns. So the people on the post, from NBC or whatever that posted her clip, there was people in the comments, how stupid, why would she do that? That's just so dumb. Then, everybody knows that. So she's in the comments like, actually, the recipe said leave the peppercorns whole, blah, blah, blah. He was dragging it out, da, 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 da. And eventually it's like, you can't be windmilling in the comments about all of these people who didn't fucking make it to MasterChef.
Who can't cook. Who can't cook.
Right. Like,
it's no different than the fan who sits on the sofa.
I believe it was Chicago, and did lessons with Anthony Bourdain
on the sofa on Sunday talking about what the quarterback should have did. When nigga, you can't throw 20 yards. You complaining that he didn't throw a perfect pass.
It doesn't matter if you know the thing. When their opinion is more important and has more weight than your actual facts. Being in you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, actually, I think it was salt.
So
you can't engage. You cannot.
Right. We go.
The meme. Remember the meme. Remember the meme. Arguing on the internet is like the Special Olympics, and we love the Special Olympics, but that doesn't mean we love arguing, and so therefore. You can't do it. It only contributes to more, because the only thing that the internet monster knows is, do they feed me? Do I get attention? It doesn't care about bad attention. It doesn't care if you're positive. It doesn't care if you phrased it properly. It doesn't care if you did it in love.
But no, that's the thing. It does care, because there's things that would get positive attention, but the algorithm throttles
that part.
Say that once. Hold on.
Physically capable. I'm just not good. So
now say it again, Jeff.
No, I'm saying the problem is it's not a neutral algorithm. It's not just saying there's positive things that would get a lot of clicks and that would get a lot of attention, but the algorithm is not designed to push those things. Like, we are purposely being turned on each other because that's better for capitalism in the long run, only because it keeps us divided. If it was just about, we're just going to amplify stuff that's going to make people comment, it would probably be more balanced. And you see it in other countries. Other countries, TikTok don't look like our TikTok.
True.
Right.
They showing kids making engineering stuff and science stuff and all this other stuff like that. And what we got love and hip hop.
True. The
And-
algorithm is specifically designed to push the bullshit.
And so
Every so often, I have to go through and revise my Facebook algorithm when I start seeing too much of this, too much of that. I literally go to my profile.
I start liking all my food videos again, and like my little
I
funny
go back and rewatch
people that I follow, and my puppies and my babies. My
but it's like,
thing is,
I shouldn't
I'll
have
go
to
back
do
and
all
forth
that.
with
Just show me
somebody
the
all
shit
day
from the
long if
people
I
who
have
I
the
follow.
time.
Right.
Like, if I'm,
but you
if-
know what's
right.
funny?
There
It's
you
funny
go.
you say that.
Thank you.
That's
I don't.
facts.
I have Twitter, but I don't use Twitter, or I use Twitter wrong or incorrectly. I don't know.
Twitter has a payment plan now.
I see like 3 things on Twitter.
A payment plan.
Yes, I
Whenever
went on there
random
yesterday.
viral thing is
What?
on Twitter, I get a notification for that. I see the stuff that Jeff posts, and because I interact with that, they always notify me when Jeff posts something. I know more about soccer than I ever thought I would because of the stuff he posts. And I find that I'm slowly.
You mean football?
Right. How dare you? How bloody dare you?
And you know, one of the other things that I really like, I follow because a lot of music content, just in general, like on his social media, there's a lot of music. And I'm always making it a point to engage and interact with stuff about the music and just more and more and more of that. My Reddit is fairly well cultivated, and I get posts from the things that I'm actually interested in. I have 2 Instagram profiles. One is just broken because that's the one that my friends send me stuff to. And then one is specifically cultivated for Grown A Geeks. That one is fairly pure. It's okay. But that other one, that algorithm is structured brick by brick, and I'm guilty. RG, you see some of the stuff I've sent you, like
I can understand.
It is.
I mean, even though I co-sign, you know what I'm saying?
And the funny part is, you're not even in the good chat. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I got to feel you out. I got to send 1 or 2 testers to see how you respond.
I'm depraved.
I would just say, like, it's some things I
have a high tolerance.
Only some people get certain stuff. Like my brother, the stuff I send him, I'm not sending to nobody else. I grew up with him. He know me. I
can understand.
So
I can understand.
You gotta have the judgment is not the same.
You gotta have the special shit. I don't judge. There's never a point that I judge. I am not responsible for anybody.
I usually don't judge, but I'm not gonna sit here in front like if you send the wrong thing, I'm not gonna start looking a little. I got one friend. I'm just like, bruh, if you keep sending anything you want to tell me, dog, like.
But see, that's the thing. If this is your friend, this is so. I have peoples like that too that send me shit and it's questionable. But these are people that I talk to. I be like, yo, fuck was that? Like, I need to know the mindset. Right. Like when you looked at this.
Oh no, these are like,
yo,
these are people I would shoot you a text afterwards. Like
if it was shit.
If it's a little too off, it's a text message, and we like, hey, what's good? How you been? Talk to me, everything straight? Yeah, gotcha. Okay, cool. Gotcha. But I mean, every once in a while, it just be like, is there just something you want to tell me, dog? Everything good?
Okay.
No?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sometimes you got to check in with those folks. Like,
I just say, bro, I got 5 of these in a row. I'm just wondering, is there something I need to know?
There is no way I'm getting an Oculus Quest. I have tried that shit, and honestly, I will fucking break a lot of objects in my house. I'm too big and too uncoordinated.
We have
in the movie.
I have the Meta. I've got the Meta 2s. I had an Oculus in the past. My brother still has Oculus. I got 7 siblings, so when I say my brother, my sister, I'm not always talking about the same people. It's just like, damn, your siblings do everything. I got a sibling for everything. And then of course I've been, as they was teasing her, I've been married so long that even my in-laws are just, I might just say my brother, my sister.
Understood.
because they've been my in-laws for so damn long. Like 28
Oh,
years, you've been my brother-in-law. You my
At
brother
that
at this
point,
right,
point.
that's
thank
your
you.
brother and your
Yeah.
That's my
sister.
brother
That's
at this
just
point.
what it
And I
is.
will say my sister-in-law is a younger sister-in-law, so that's my baby sister. And she actually sent me something the other day. I was like, why do I need a husband? My sister has one. And I was like, that's not funny. Need you that's not funny. But what do you need? Because obviously you setting me up for something. What is it? Okay, like obviously you buttering me up for something. So what do you need? Okay, yeah, I got you. But no, like it's with damn, I had an original point there because it was something about my brother he had. What was I saying? I was right there.
Oculus. We're
Talking
talking
about
about
Oculus.
Oculus and Meta
Oculus.
So
glasses.
Yeah.
he still
That's
has
bigger.
he still has the Oculus. I've just got my Metas now, and they just opened up a virtual reality place in Conyers, Georgia. It's called Another World VR, and I'm gonna I'm gonna post from there. I'm gonna go check it out. It looks really cool. It's like a Sandbox VR in Atlanta over by Cobb.
That is very
I lo-
fucking fun, just so you know. I've done that before.
I
It's
love it, and I
absolutely
can't
awesome.
wait to go. I've played VR in my living room, and I want to go and have one of the big open arenas where I can like run around and duck and have the haptic suit on and do the whole bit.
Bring an extra
So-
shirt. So I'm gonna advise you, bring an extra shirt. You're gonna do a shit ton of fucking sweating. It's fucking it's a
believe it.
workout. It's a fucking workout. Like you're in. So Teresa, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you go with a large group so that your purpose in the war and in the situation, I'm not necessarily saying it's a war, but it's a whole like you're sitting there with the gun, the whole nine
No,
yards. They put the whole shit on you. Like
No, I was talking with her and we was breaking it down, all the different games and stuff they have, and one of them is like a large scale war. She was like, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
being
Oh,
in
they
Call
do
of
have
Duty.
one of those. Okay.
Yeah,
You know,
Then-
I ain't doing that.
Yeah. But if you go with a large group, this is the thing.
Yeah,
If you go with a
That's
large
the thing. If the suggestion is I need to go with a large group, you know I'm not doing that.
when I initially go, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna
This is
try
one
to
of
get
those
my
things you gotta
siblings.
try, and if you don't like it, like after 2 minutes, like you put the shit on, you be like, nope, just say no. But
I'm gonna try to schedule a time when I can get my siblings and the spouses,
I'm saying
and we
no
gonna
now.
go and try to have a night out and do that and do some stuff, run around, and you know, I get somebody to film that. I think that'll be really interesting. It makes
it's a
some
good time,
happen.
and they film it too. Most places actually get a really good recording of you, like your group in the box on the.
No,
on the
I believe
stuff.
it. This one, like I said, we
Yeah.
went. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. This month is going to be a lot of fun. I'm finalizing. So I finalized my cosplay. We've
Oh,
got
snap.
MomoCon in like 2 weeks, and I need to get on the site again and make sure there's no last minute stuff I need to finalize and do. Jeff, Thursday, I believe you said. So we'll, as we get close, I'm gonna look to have. I'm gonna drag Jeff out there with me on Thursday, and I'm gonna have some giveaways. I've got some. I've been busy and set up a room in big screen VR and show them all. Okay, I will. I had to check that out because I have my metas and I've watched movies in meta. It's just the headset over time gets a little heavy, but it is a really cool experience and it does look like you're in the theater and you can like look to the left or right, see empty chairs, so it looks like I got the whole theater to myself. But I got some giveaways from MomoCon. I had the 3D printer running extra heavy, so I'm gonna give out some Grown Geek logo keychains to the people we interview and things like that. I don't think the stickers are going to come in time, and I was still checking. I was going to get like some logo with QR codes and just have them stuck all over the place. Be like, what's this? Grown Geeks.
Oh,
So I mean,
shit.
I'm gonna have one. I won't be wearing shirts. I've got 3 cosplays set up.
Thank you, Hobby.
Looking very forward to presenting those cosplays, and we are finalizing the wife's cosplay. She will be out there. It'll be, and I will give you this. It is a DC Star Wars mashup.
Ah,
Very, very proud of how it came
Cool.
out.
She goes Vixen and Green Lantern.
That's just two characters. That's not two universes.
My bad. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I know you probably had the whole Star Wars. I know you threw the Star Wars thing in there. Just saying,
Right.
like
Those,
down the road, you know what I'm saying? There's other cons. So
Weren't
for the
you-
future,
weren't you
if
get me a
Vixen was a
hoodie?
Unless
lantern, I don't think
she's
she would be a Green Lantern.
I'm just saying
Vixen would
they
probably be like
date on
a,
the show.
a Pink Lantern or something like that.
Sam,
Yeah,
weren't
that's
you
where I
getting
would
me
see
a
her.
hoodie?
I am, and yeah, let's see if that gets here in time as we logging in right now. Yep. So that's going to be it for tonight, folks. That's going to be
We
it
get
for
into the
tonight.
administrative portion of the show.
Yeah, we're getting into all this other good stuff. Al, I appreciate you being on tonight, man. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to tell a friend. We ask that you share this content with others. Of course, if you need to help direct them where they need to go, that QR code right there will let you know everywhere we are. Don't
You ain't
sweat
even
it.
got to point at it.
Just point up.
It's
there.
too much
Right on our
pressure.
face.
Too much
Nah,
pressure.
it's not good.
Okay,
Jeff
thank
will
you.
point to the
Jeff-
QR. Jeff is going to show the QR code that you need to be checking out. Everywhere you can find us, we are Grown A Geeks. We hope you've enjoyed your time with us tonight. For
Now he's just showing off.
I know, right?
he got it down pat. Let me tell you, it's a little practice. For Teresa, Jeffrey, Brandy, RG, I'm Elder Geek Sam, and we are out of here. Peace.